Kia ora everybody and welcome along to the Sky Broadband Rapid League game between the Tauranga Whai hosting the red hot Wellington Saints. And it is going to be a fire game for the Whai and the Saints in this Rapid League game. Andrew Mulligan, Casey, Frank on hand on your Friday night. Casey, a little bit of a late change for the Saints, who have a prime player taken out of their starting five for the main game. They're just a little bit short-handed, probably not going to be short-handed for the Rapid League anyway. They're always going to run the six.
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime you lose Jordan Atai out of a Rapid League team, you're going to be pretty upset. Not that I expected Jordan to get much time as we take a look at the standings. The Nelson Giants still on top, but the Wellington Saints hot on their heels. The Tauranga Whai, though, look at them creeping up on the Saints, and a win here will thrust them into second place.
Doesn't really bear any change for the Rapid League, but the Saints are a late scratch with Shea Illy out with concussion-like symptoms, which is unfortunate for Shea. He's been plagued by that over recent seasons. That's the bottom half of the the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. And you can see a notable omission, no Indian Panthers, so it's the Nuggets on the bottom there for 2 and 10. The Tauranga Whai at 4 and 7. These Rapid League games, Chris Taupo, assistant coach to Aaron Young, is a experienced five, but these Rapid League games at this part of the season, let's call it the second half of the season after the international window, if you're on the cusp of that six, like the Whai are, or you want to get that top spot like the Saints are hunting, these Rapid League games, they mean everything.
They certainly do. It's going to come down to that points percentage at the business end of the season, and with the competition contracting just a bit, you know, it's looking like 9 or 10 wins might get in there, and this Whai team, they're going to have to really start carrying about points differential as we take a look at their starting lineup. Jaden Bazant has played fantastically in the NZNBL and in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Look for him to get going. And Denham Brooks, a guy who I think can really impose his will on tonight's game with his transition offense and quick twitch from three. Take a look at the Rapid head-to-head. You see the Whai 4 and 1 their last 5, equal on points per game. Free throw attempts, the Saints heading a lot more to the rim, and that's because they are the worst three-point shooting team in the competition at just 24%. And that could be the difference against the Whai team that defends the three-point line better than anyone.
That's a tough step to take when you've got Tauranga Whai as a shooter out there. Reese Hamilton, Bryn Watson, and Olivia Murray are your barter card referees for this one. Denham Brook will jump it up, and he'll go up against Luca Richards. Saints ball to start this.
They could normally come out playing with a lot of pace, looking for some kind of action to the basket. And these little curls there, and there we see it. Udinita unfortunately loses the basketball.
Jet Thompson with it. Masters, the new cut. Chip giving it off to Bazant. Goes back to the fight. And it's Bazant, lost the handle again.
What is happening with that basketball? Did somebody grease it before the game?
Somebody help. Somebody help Arthur Pilcher up. and somebody check the ball, you're right.
Jaden Boucher just, I guess for want of a better word, mounts Arthur Pilcher there.
Yeah, no, you do need a better word than that. Straddled?
Straddled?
Straddled's much better. I think we'll go with straddled.
There we see the foul. Jaden Bazant takes a hatchet to Tauranga Dugumita on the drive to the cup. You mentioned his prolificness shooting the basketball, but has the ability to put it on the deck as well. And you know, a lot of teammates who want to come help him up. Great teamsmanship there.
Yeah, great to see. Love the City Edition uniforms in the Sal's NBL season, and the Rapid League uniforms are always fire. These two, no kit clash whatsoever. I like it.
It is better when there's a lack of kit clash.
And I can see the numbers.
This feels like your own personal complaints line to me.
Oh, yeah.
We've taken note.
It's pretty much
of this one and all the previous one, Moles.
It's the numbers, it's the lane violations, which there feels like there hasn't been a lot of.
We've cut them down.
And it's my personal crusade.
Scourge of the game gone.
And I'm also pushing the Rapid League 555. What a look!
Jet Thompson dropping a dime. Jaden Boucher places himself down there in the dunker spot, making himself available in the quick shot. I like it when Jaden's getting a little aggressive offensively.
I appreciate you sending me what we believe to be the season first 5-5 in
How
Rapid
about
League.
that?
From Jake Holmes of the Rams.
You saw it. Oh, how about that drain from Caswell Evans Jr. showing off the range. The Saints say, worst three-point shooting team in the league? Not us.
I went back and I checked through all the stats, highlights of the season. Jake Holmes, 13, 5, and 5.
It's impressive.
A Rapid League triple-double.
I am upset
5-5.
that you weren't on it, because you were pushing for it.
Another rebound. Caswell Evans Jr. pushing it hard. 4-5 players back, 5-5 players in fact, and none of them can stop him.
A nice step there by Caswell Evans Jr. I think the apprenticeship he's getting right now, with Isaiah Liafa and Shea Illy in front of him.
Oh, that's a pretty move from Jet Thompson. Behind the back, gets the foul and the bucket.
Gives him a little bit of the ugly face afterwards. He's fired up. JT getting to the cup, the hoop, the harm, a chance for three.
So you can see that number really well.
You can. That's
all I'm talking about.
It is a really well
demarcated,
identifiable number. 4, like as many points as a Phi have right now, or do they have 5? They
nope.
do not.
Sam Gold with the rebound. Another Ben Gold.
Phi need to find a way to cut down this penetration from the Saints. They're getting into the paint way too easily.
Gold. Oh, that's unlucky.
That is not a travel.
That's incredibly unlucky.
He kept that dribble alive.
Robbie Marty at Dougal Meter. He's trying to sell it.
That is an unfortunate miscall. I think the young official there maybe got a little bit confused by
the N1
hitting the
professor dribble.
You know, the Globetrotters comes out, it can get you.
That's true. Yeah, more Globetrotters than N1. Boucher.
Little curly kneel action.
Bazant. Thompson trying to crash the glass. He's done well. And that will stay with the 5 with 1:26 to go.
Saints actually the best defensive team in the league by field goal percentage, second best in terms of points given up in the Rapid League. They work it on this end of the court.
6 to shoot. Jet Thompson carving through the Saints defense off the glass, putting it in.
Finishes the behind the back with the left previously. That time coming over to the right-hand side, floats it off the glass, has the 5 within 1.
Caswell Evans Jr. gets it back. Gives it to Pilcher. They go under Masters and is made to pay, knocking down that 3. Evans Jr. He moves to 8.
He's on fire. Didn't look like missing. Masters a decent little contest, but no effect on the Evans Jr. jump shot.
This 3 from Sean Murphy, who's checked in the game, gets his own rebound. Jet Thompson again. That 3 is off. And pulled down by Luka Richards.
Really nice pass out now by Dougal, enabling Luka Richards to have that space. Got to get it
over. That is it. An 8-second call.
8 seconds.
Well, nice pressure there by Masters and Bazant. That's why you like that pressure up the court. You never know what's going to happen. A little bit lackadaisical by the Saints and bringing the ball up the court. Enough pressure, and it lifted right before they got to half court. Heads up play by that 5 defense.
Jaden Boucher turns it over. Sam Gold and Dougal Meter.
Oh, good
a nice reverse.
Really nice step there. Good job by Gold to slow things up.
2 seconds, turnover. Great effort from Dougal Meter. And that'll do us 12-6. First quarter done and dusted. The Saints looking good, Casey Frank.
They've come out and look really efficient offensively. Done a nice job on that end of the court. Haven't missed a shot yet from the field. 4 for 4 on that make. Perfect from deep as well. 2 for 2. Perfect from the line. We might see perfection tonight. We got the 3x5 last week. Could we see a perfect game from the Mills Albert Projects at Wellington Saints Rapid League squad?
Well, perfection on a pizza base is the large non-a pizza. $29.99. Casey Frank, do you like the segue?
That was fantastic. You kicked that right on, and good thing because the online code is SalsKick25. You can use that or hit up the QR code on screen. Valid until Tuesday, the 27th of May. Nothing like a large nana. I mean, there could be a few things like it, I suppose. Other pizzas with basil. And if you wanted to do some research on what's like a large nana, you could do it on Sky Broadband Fiber. The starter from $50 a month for the first 12 months. Get that offer at Sky Broadband, that code.nz, or call 09-525-5555. That's my favorite part of that, saying 5555.
It's not often you get to read out a landline on television these days.
Auckland number though, local for me, I'm excited. If you call it on your cell phone, it goes right through. It's easy as.
Don't bring up why there isn't an 800 number. 800 because I got in trouble from the CEO.
What are you doing? Don't do it again, Mose. We're back to the action. Second quarter. Fine, not bad offensively, but they got to find a way to stop this Saints team.
Thompson feeling himself with his ball in hand, and he misses the layup. It was a good look.
Look at that Pilcher pace.
3 ball. That's good.
They still haven't missed. 5 for 5.
Sam Muna dropping it down.
I want to see this get to at least halftime. Great shots only for the Saints moving forward.
Dylan Brook.
Oh, that's a nice look.
Oh, that's a hard fall. Pilcher gets back up though. 5 ball with a fresh 14. Murphy can't corral that pass. And the Saints looking for perfection on this one. Almost threaded the needle, but it's a turnover. Jet Thompson kicking it out. One-handed pass with a set shot from Masters. That's good.
Second attempt from that corner on the left side of the court for the 5. He doesn't leave that one wanting, drains it, cutting that lead to 6.
Caswell Evans working with Luca Richards. To Pilcher in the corner, contested 3. And that's how you break the perfection with an air ball.
If you're going to miss, might as well miss all the way. Nice dime up the court.
Denham Brook, great hands. And Denham Brook will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Well, nice job running that lane by the 5. Getting out and up on the court. As Michael Wade gets that first catch, up fakes. Thought he had a shot there, but unselfishly dishes it off to Denham Brook, who is off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, trying to cut into this 6-point deficit.
Denham Brook, he's traveled around the Sales NBL. He's found a bit of a home here. I think he joined the Fire last season.
In the middle of the season, he actually mid-season replacement when they had a few issues. And has been playing a little bit of 3x3 basketball in the offseason up in Vietnam in this last year. So nice to see him getting that chance to see the world play basketball. Luca Richards
on the follow.
Smash that up and over the rim. Powerful finish for the big man.
On the baseline, blocked. Richards doing everything.
Putting it all together.
Sides of the ball. And then Jaden Bazant gives them a timely 3 at Mercury Bay Park in Tauranga.
Love Bazant's 3-ball. It is just wet. The arc underneath is pretty as a picture every time it uses it.
Going to the cup. Muna can't get it to fall. Throws his hand. Excuse me. Finally ends up with the ball just in time as well. Masters. Boucher. Turning the corner is Bazant, and then a foul on the floor on the drive. Stays with the 5.
Well, the Fire have lifted their offense, attacking the rim with nice aggression, but also finding those shooters out on the perimeter. But more importantly, lock things in defensively. Or maybe the Saints just missed a couple shots.
Michael Wade in the game, number 31 for the Fire. Here's Bazant though, spinning, nice move. Saw the double creeping over, went the other way and puts it in.
Great patience. No patience for the Saints coming the other way though.
And Arthur Pilcher will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2.
Just opportunistic offense. Off a made basket, kicking ahead, running the lane. Love the effort that Arthur Pilcher puts into the game. He is just always got his engine running, pushing his body down the court, banging around against bigger players. There's real impact for this second place Wellington Saints Rapid League squad.
This is the first.
It'd be nice if we could have hit a free throw after I built them up like that.
Yeah, it would help.
Well, I got confident in the second one coming around. And the fans here excited about some missed free throws.
He denies the crowds themselves.
Seems to be some kind of mass psychosis in the stands. Oh, it's okay. It's good healed.
Bazant with 8. 2 meter hounding him, but he gets free. And they're going to run out of time, are they? Yes, they are. Oh, there's a foul. Oh, no. Right before the shot clock went off, the Saints have fouled. And that's a tough break for the Saints, who did 23.5 seconds of absolutely perfection on defense.
Felt like 24.1.
Such a cynic.
I think nice job. Good job by Murphy to get that shot up in time. Bazant really threading that needle, cutting it close with that pass with time running out. But the Fire gotten away with it. First one from the Chemist Warehouse good, and this one, if drops, cuts it to a 1-point deficit.
This is the second. So it's the Saints with a 1-point lead. Caslow Evans Jr. fouled on the drive. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I'd like to see him find that aggression he had in that first quarter. A couple of triples, some drives to the bucket. The ball's just kind of gone away from him a little bit here since that 8-point flurry out of the first 10. And we see him get to the cup again. Jet Thompson trying to defend, but just a little bit too handsy. Caslow Evans off to the Chemist Warehouse, hits the first.
Saints shooting 6 for 9 from the floor. Started hot, hit their first 5. They're 4 for 5 from the Chemist Warehouse line. 5 for 6. Caslow Evans moves to 10 as the leading scorer. Saints have 20 at near half-time. Masters. Murphy. Almost a turnover. Saints defense holding with 4 to shoot now. Bazant trying to find Murphy. And that is execution.
Going to call player timeout, or are they going to go? It looks like they're going.
Why not?
Well, that's why. Because you don't get a shot off.
Saints didn't want the NZ player timeout, so we get half-time instead. 20 points to 19. Neither team using their BNZ player timeout. It's the Saints, just with a slight advantage at the half in Rapid League.
Fantastic finish to the action for the 5. Bazant gets into the cup, and that late kick. Here we see the Chemist Warehouse stats, our official stats partner, Caslow Evans, on fire early, then those late free throws to get to then. Bazant the best of the 5. 4 rebounds for Luca Richards and a group effort for Tauranga topped by Sean Murphy. 4 assists for the 5. Jet Thompson on top of that. He was pretty good offensively as well.
Luca Richards with that block, and then 4 steals for the Saints. 2 for Jet Thompson.
All thanks to the official stats partner, Chemist Warehouse.
Might have caught a little bit of audio bleed there. Dougal Meter is correct. Playing good defense for 18 to 20 seconds. Just got to keep that poise there. 4 offensive rebounds for the 5. That gives them 5 extra shots in that half over the Saints.
Most concern, I guess, for the Saints is they hit those first 6 shots. Haven't hit a shot since. It's all been from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where they are 5 for 6 overall. 6 rebounds apiece for each of these teams. That offense for the 5 pretty well spread out. Bazant has 5, but he's got a couple assists too. That connection with Sean Murphy on those last two plays is what's kept this game as close as it is right now. I like how close you can get in the NZNBL to the bench. You can just sit in on that timeout. You know, just listen in, hear what they're gonna do. See this guy on the end there? He's just, yeah, I'll just check it out.
It's Chris Taupo, Saints assistant coach, basketball legend, former Tall Black.
See Shea Illy there, out tonight with concussion symptoms.
That's a shame.
Just
such a highlight is Shea Illy.
You know, he's been playing fantastically. Just missed out on the triple-double last round.
Set out the last game of that Trans-Tasman throwdown as well. Another win for the Tall Blacks.
Let's just talk about that a little bit.
10th overall, 10th in history.
10th all time. They were up 30 points in that game. Tall Blacks have only beaten Australia by 20 or more once. Could have been a second time, but we let them back into it. Take a win, I guess. Take the 10th win of all time.
Caswell Evans Jr. He's got 12.
Starting the second half as he started the first, aggressive and to the cup. Lifting his team up another bucket.
Masters. Finds Murphy. Sean Murphy is inventive on that right-hand side.
Luka Richards started anticipating the handoff, and Murphy felt him just eke out of that, took that driving lane straight to the cup.
Google meter on the baseline. Finds Luka Richards, kicks it out to Gold.
Look at that hustle.
Oh, he stepped out just.
That looks
Arthur Pilcher.
That looks volleyballish.
It did, very volleyballish.
It was a great hustle. He was outside that three-point line, chased it all the way to the corner. Goes unrewarded though.
Murphy up high. Looking to back down Luka Richards. Puts it in. Sean Murphy.
Wow.
He's getting it done for the Phi in the Rapid League.
That is 8 straight for Murphy going back to the end of the first half.
Out of Rosmini High School. He's 23 years old as we have a 3 dropping down.
Kaz, keeping it going. 15 points for him now. His 3rd triple of the ball game.
Sean Murphy, the lone offensive threat for the Phi in the areas again, crashing the offensive glass. It came off him last. He's played the last 3 years at Nebraska Kearney and Division II NCAA, and also had a stint at Lubbock Christian University.
A lot of places to play in the States. And a lot of young athletes heading over there in the recent years and to come in the future.
He's also a former teammate at Rosmini with Cruz Perro Hunt, Jaden Boucher, and Tane Murray.
That team sounds okay.
That team sounds like that caused a lot of problems, not only in the 09, but around the Motu. Corner ball. Who came off last? It was off Denham Brock. So it's Saints ball on the baseline. Guess who was his head coach?
I think I've heard of him.
That was Matt Lacey.
Matt Lacey? Oh, yeah.
Look at him. Look where he is now.
And look where they are. Well, the majority of them.
Yeah. 25-23. Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter, Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
Feeling it.
A little bit of a heat check. Murphy with another rebound. That's his 3rd. He's got 7 points. Bizan. Pull the trigger, Sean. Can't get the roll.
I like that inside action, though. Straight inside, nice quick kick out by Denham Brook. Exactly how you want to play it.
Richards up high. Finds Dougal Meter 3 ball. Tapped away by Evans Jr. And so Phi get another stop. Can they take the lead on this possession?
Remember, the Saints started 6 for 6. Since then, they've gone 2 for 9. Still in the lead, the Phi finding a way to keep on working their way in. They've got their sights set on second.
Jet Thompson kicking it out. Masters going for another 3. That looks good. from Xander Masters tonight, that 3-ball.
Nice quick release on top. The closeout can't get there quickly enough, and the Phi take the first lead in a while.
Good hands. Saved. Gold. 3-ball off. Hacked away and fouled on the hack by Pilcher.
I don't know if that was Pilcher or if that was Richards. Either way, ball is coming back to the Phi.
Castle Evans has 15, Casey.
Putting it together, had those eight out of the first 10 points. Slowed down, but came out in the second half, hit that triple, missed that one out of the corner. I like the aggression. I'd like to see him stick with it.
Masters feeling himself now. Gets the and one opportunity.
Flex on him.
Xander Masters.
Give him that shoulder shrug. He only scores in triples. Hitting him from the perimeter previously, and now looking for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Catches up top in the previous play, drains that one, and then showed us his penetrating ability on this little handoff straight to the cup, the spin move, put him in the cycle, take the hoop, take the harm, and off for the old-fashioned three-point play. Converts.
Knocks it down.
Tauranga looking much more comfortable as this game goes along, and that Saints offense kind of losing a little bit of that pace.
Second season at the Phi for Xander Masters as it stays with the Saints, who now find themselves down 4 thanks to Xander Masters catching fire. Knocking down 6 straight points. Saints can go quick here if they like a 2-for-1. They are going to execute. Evans. Caslow Evans. Down to 5. Dina Brooks sticking with him. Tried to find the cutting Richards. Needs to get it up, and that is waved off. That did not leave the hand in time. So that is good defense from the Phi.
Caslow Evans Jr. putting a lot of pressure on that Phi defense along the baseline. Gives him the Steve Nash dribble out, brings it back in, and just about a half a click. Too little time for the Richards finish.
Jet Thompson threading the needle. He finds Boucher. Big rebound from Richards. Sends Jet Thompson down, and that's the third quarter. And the Phi take control in that third. They lead by 4 thanks to Xander Masters catching fire. The last 60 seconds or so of that quarter. Mercury Bay Park, Tauranga on a Friday night. Saints in town. They're heading north tomorrow. And they'll face the Tuatara on Sunday. That's our feature game on Sky Open. All the stats that Casey's about to read out, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse, the official stats partner of the Sales NBL.
Another mention, the Saints shooting started 6 for 6. Since then, they have gone 2 for 11. The Phi, however, on fire inside the arc, 8 for 11 at 72% when sitting around. Just 1 rebound separates these teams in favor of Wellington. The Saints have 4 steals, but the Phi, 5 assists. 21 shots for the Phi, 4 more than the Saints, and that's because they've been able to force 5 turnovers and get on that offensive glass as well. Marcer's 9 points, leading scorer for the Phi, 15 for Caslow Evans Jr., leading all scorers in this ballgame.
So a big fourth quarter coming up, needed for the Saints.
Just find that energy and enthusiasm they had early in this game.
What that kid's got.
Yeah, he's got tons of it.
Yeah.
To spare, almost. Hopefully it's not the sugar talking.
No, true.
I hate to see chemically enhanced enthusiasm.
Likewise. Fourth quarter underway. Boucher. Jet Thompson. Xander Masters seen a double here. Almost triple teamed. Dina Brooks, slight head feint. And on the drive. Now that's a beautiful pass to Masters, who has a legitimate case to say he was fouled, but Michael Wade on the drive found him. And the lead is 6 now.
How about the patience this Phi team has been showing the end of possessions, just really grinding that out. I think a little bit of a preview of what we're going to see from the Phi later tonight in the NBL.
That's Evans Jr.
Fire looking to grab themselves a piece of second place here.
Masters throwing some moves. Wisely kicks it out. 3-ball from Jet Thompson. Boucher couldn't get it.
Well, what's that foul called? Oh, that's a foul on Evans Jr. It looked like just two players kind of hustling for the ball. But I didn't have the angle the officials do. Take another look at it. Does he grab him from behind? Kind of looked like coincidental conduct to me. The word might be incidental, but I like coincidental.
It's a coincidence there was contact between two players who fouled.
It's just a coincidence.
Jaden Boucher looked like he was in a bit of pain as he went down, but he's back up. And so it will be Wade, Michael Wade, to get us going. Sand. Nice work on the offensive glass.
That man Murphy again. And you hear him in the stadium. He is everywhere. He's getting it done.
Unit spinning. Another turnover. It's falling apart for the Saints here.
Well done, Wade, cutting off that lane and hustling to save the ball before it goes out of bounds.
Boucher can't get the roll.
No bounce for Boucher, but he gets to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. A chance to improve on this 8-point lead. How about the defense of the Phi? The Saints came in with the vaunted D, but it's the Phi have really made things difficult for this Saint squad, especially in the half court.
Jaden Boucher at the line. Dad's in attendance, seen him loitering around. New Director of Basketball Operations. I don't know if that's the exact title of him at the Breakers, but maybe we'll just go with Overlord.
Dabo, Director of Basketball Operations.
Yeah.
I like Dabo.
Dabo. This is the second goal with the board. Clock's still on their side for the Saints. They need to get something going. And it's Luca Richards on the glass trying his best. Great save from Pilcher. Here's Gold. And good defense again from the Phi.
Bend but don't break. Love the effort from Luca Richards all over that glass, but the Phi, despite being a little bit outsized, have been fighting hard.
Masters put a move on. Can he get the roll? He can't. They do get another offensive rebound. Nice look to Murphy. Left hand finish is pretty.
Excellent challenge from Dougal-Mida. Oh, but the steal by Boucher, right place, right time. Jaden Bazant thinks the better of it. The Phi clicking on all areas of the game.
Takes it out to a 10-point lead.
It's been all Phi in this fourth quarter. Masters, why not? 4 on the shot clock.
Luca Richards smashing the glass. Saints still got a chance. Need some triples, though.
They just need some offense. And they just need to hold on to the ball, Casey.
Another steal. Jet Thompson gets this one, harassing Gold into the turnover.
It's the 7th Saints turnover in this game. Under a minute to go. This game is out of their hands now, as Murphy hasn't blocked.
Richards has been really impressive down low defensively, taking control of the glass.
Oh, pretty. And one almost opportunity there, but will be 2 shots at the Chemist Warehouse line for Luca Richards.
Light on his feet with the little sidestep. Not quite Euro, but is able to find a way in between 2 defenders. Take another look at it. Yeah, pretty Euro-esque.
I like how he put the ball over Sean Murphy. Gave him a look.
You got to get, if you're going to do that move, you're really just waiting for it to go in so you can hit him with the 2 small. Drains the first, making it a 3-possession ball game. Saints should look to pressure here, go for that steal quickly. As you see one of many jellyfish out there in the crowd. I guess they're Phi.
Yeah, I guess they're Phi, yeah, you're right. Luca Richards can't get the second. Just made the move down from the Jets to the Saints. Sean Murphy.
Nice job, Dougal Meter.
Just danced a little bit too much at half court on Dougal Meter, did Sean Murphy.
Dougal Meter gets a hand in there. I think he got a piece of it, and then Murphy knocks it out afterwards. So, door's slightly ajar.
Caslow Evans. Haven't seen his name for a while.
Now it's closed.
There's the foul. I tell you what, Jet Thompson just needs 3 more rebounds, a point and an assist for a Rapid League 5, Casey.
Going to be tough to get the 3 rebounds unless he
Yeah.
pulls off some Rodman-like sequences.
He just needs 3 taps, doesn't he? Is that how we count rebounds?
We definitely don't count taps
In
in
FIBA?
the NBL. If you tap it up to the rim and back,
Yeah.
we can get you that one. He needs some Ricky Davis-like entries and throw it off the glass to himself a few times.
Going for that triple-double.
Corey Maggette handled that correctly.
Good on the second.
Is 15 years too long to bring up a random NBA play?
No, because it's iconic. Because Ricky Davis shot the ball at his own hoop. Muna, if that's the one we're talking about.
That is the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Chasing the triple-double.
Chasing the triple-double. Ricky Davis went for a rebound and shot it at his own hoop when he was playing for the Cavs.
Yeah, inbounded and just gave himself one. As we see, the first timeout of the day.
Jet Thompson knows we have obligations to BNZ to bring this up. And we love the fact that BNZ have given you the opportunity to win tickets to the big game, I should say.
I like games to the big ticket,
Yeah.
either way. And, you scan that QR code for your chance to win, register your entrance, and you might be the lucky group that gets in thanks to BNZ inspiring New Zealand's next generation of baller.
All right, guys, we got 13 seconds to go. Tauranga, make some noise for the 5.
His Masters has been really good. In fact, both those players have, as the Saints steal it. Caslow Evans Jr. just stepped out at 4.2.
Kind of thought his foot was okay. Certainly what Chris Toothley thought as well, but
Thompson. 3 ball. That's it. Rapid League game is over for the Saints. They started really well, and then the Phi just took their defense up a notch. They did a really good job on the Saints in the second half. 37-26 is the final at Mercury Bay Park, Tauranga.
this Saints squad scored 12 points in the opening quarter and did not top 8 after that. Take a look at these Chemist Warehouse stats. Caslow Evans Jr. leading scorer for the Saints. Sean Murphy's under Marsters, both topping double digits with 11 apiece. Sean Murphy also on the glass. He gets the 5. 7 for Luca Richards, dominating the glass, well supported by Denham Brook and Sam Gold respectively. The assist, Jet Thompson with the 4-piece. Didn't quite get to the 5, but Moles was chasing 2, but he does well. Caslow Evans Jr. leading the Saints. There are the blocks. Luca Richards, defensively superb with 3 blocks.
The Saints did not score for 6 minutes and 43 seconds from the field in that second half.
Yeah, and that is a long time in a Rapid League game.
That's pretty much a half a basketball in Rapid League. But that'll do us. We'll be back at the top of the hour for the feature game, the Sales NBL matchup between the home team, the Phi, and the visitors, the Saints. Stay with us here on Sky Sport.
back there. 5, 5, 5, 5. Show me out there. Show me over there. Nice. They got it back there. And also, guys, we have some white Taupo bola to give away. White Taupo fuel. So if you want to enter into that, text your name and 5 to 4227. Once again, text your name and 5 to 4227 to be in a chance to win a white Taupo fuel $200. That's right. Alright, tonight's NBL clash is between your northern group, Tauranga Whai, and the Wellington Saints. But it's not just about basketball tonight, Whai. We've got lots happening around the arena, from giveaways to games and face painting. And during halftime, we have a special performance from very talented singer-songwriter Sophie Ball. So make sure you guys stick around after the game to be invited onto the court to meet you guys' favorite players. Take a photo with them, get a signature. It's all about community, y'all. So fire it up, let's go! Once again, guys, have your chance to win $200 in bola thanks to Waitomo Fuel. We have 4 of those prizes to give away, so text in to be in a chance to win. And thanks again to our sponsors, the Northern Group, Foot Mechanics, Polio Right, this is the NBL visiting team players. At number 12 on the bench, we have Rangimani Dougal Mita. At 25, Caslo Evans Jr. At number 6, Hazard Manur. Number 27, Arthur Pilcher. At 3, Sam Gold. And at 24, Luca Richards. Now your Saints team tonight is at number 11, Jordan Bartai. At 2, Isaiah Liafa. Number 1, Nick Marshall. At 13, Hiram Harris. And at 33, Nick Buzdianinski. And your 5 basketball players tonight on the bench at number 4, Jen Thompson. At 66, Jaden Bazant. Number 8, Xander Masters. At 2, Jaden Boucher. Number 10, Devin Brook. And at 21, Sean Murphy. 31, Michael Wade. Your starting team for tonight, number 1, Anzac Rosetto. At number 5, Cruz Perrin Hunt. Number 7, Sean Pesto. Number 3, Mojave King. And at number 27, Carter Hopoy. That is your 5 team. Head coach for 5, Matthew Lacey. And assistant coach, Doug Courtney. And the head coach for the Saints, Aaron Young. Assistant coach, Chris Tubu. Once again, the great win for the Whai team in the Rapid League Basketball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is our special announcement. Please, can we invite to the center of the court, Carter Hopoy, Xander Masters, Doug Courtney, the assistant coach, and Matt Lacey, the head coach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to celebrate some of our own. The Junior Tall Blacks have just named their squad for the Under-19 World Cup in Switzerland. And 4 members of the Whai community will be there. This is what it's about, whānau. Celebrating Whai, local people stepping up to represent New Zealand on the world stage. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, please. Carter, Xander, and the coaches, Doug Courtney and Matt Lacey. Congratulations, guys. Love your work. too good. Not at all. Hey Zane, where you at? Where you at? I think we're going to have a little competition here, family.
Yeah, brother.
We're going to call this side. What is this side? This is the east side. And your side, Zane's going to be the west side. I mean, we're obviously part of the same partner, right?
Go Stingray.
What's your name, buddy? Cole, your name? T. All right, who you guys here to sing? Tauranga! Let's go!
Nice, here I am, brother.
There he is, yep. What you got on that side, bro?
Yeah, bro, so what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce this side, and I'm going to say, let's get ready to rumble! Stamp your feet, all right, sample, finish. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's get ready to rumble!
Nice, something good on the west side. Shall I do the same over here? All right, you guys ready to do this? It's the east side right here. All right. Ooh, let's get ready to rumble! Nice swag. Hey, we're doing this together. All right, everyone in the place together? You got us there now?
You're way
All right,
better than I am.
everyone in the place. Ooh, let's get ready to rumble! Nice work, guys. We're going to need you during the game. 5 versus Saints. I suppose let's get ready to rumble. Fire it up! 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 Fire it up!
Kia ora everybody and welcome along to the round 10 matchup from Mercury Bay Park, Tauranga. The Sal's NBL game between the Tauranga Whai and the visiting Wellington Saints. Two teams vying for different aspects of the ladder, which we'll have for you shortly. It's Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. Hiram Harris, Nick Mazinski and the Saints with the addition of Jordan Natai, as you can see there, shooting the ball up against the Whai team who have been scrapping every possession through the Sal's NBL season, made some reinforcement themselves, and you can see the Saints are the clear favourites here on the mixandpick.com poll. Use that QR code as to who you think will win the game. You can choose the margin for the Saints as well. The Prince of Porirua is back for the Saints. Played a game already, just had 23 minutes, and he has been elevated into the starting five. Kata Hopoi, tall black from last year, this year as well, showing some of the skills. Hopoi family from Wellington region actually. But Casey, who do you think is going to get this one? And with no Shaili, who's out tonight with concussion-like symptoms for the Saints.
Well, any team that loses Shaili would be fearful of losing their spot on the ladder. We see the Saints up there in second place, but the depth of this Saints squad shows me that they may be able to weather the loss of a player of his stature. This Whai team, though, they've got some new talent. Mojave King and Zach Rosetto joining the squad. Will that be enough to help them lift off this 9th spot on the ladder? A 5th win will put them right back into that final 6 chase.
The Whai started the season really well, and then now they've got 7 losses. They're on the outside looking in. A loss here tonight is really going to compound matters. You're really going to have to start looking at what the Sharks and the Tuatara, the Hawks, who are in that 6th spot, are doing. And you can see the games coming up for those teams around them. The Hawks on the road, tough game against the Nuggets at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin. Bulls and the Jets. That is an interesting game. Can the Bulls halt a 2-game slide? The Jets took an absolute smashing at the hands of the Saints. The Tuatara and the Saints on Sunday. That is the feature game at Event Finder Stadium on Sky Open. That is going to be a very interesting game. Of course, the Giants looking to get another win in a row, and that is a tough ask to host the Rams, but I'm sure Trafalgar Centre will be rocking there.
And don't sleep on this Giants squad. They may only have 3 wins, but it's 3 out of 4, and they are playing good basketball. But speaking of playing good basketball, take a look at this Saints starting lineup. There we see Jordan Natai has been thrust into the first 5. Isaiah Liafa will take over those point guard duties, but Nick Marshall, the leading scorer in the game, Hiram Harris, and the big fella Moose up front, Nick Mazinski, has been getting it done as defensively and offensively as late Knowles.
And Aaron Young is the head coach of the Saints, and it will be Nick Mazinski, the big American, talking to us pre-game.
Welcome to Tauranga. As you guys playing against the Whai tonight, you've had a great season leading the league in blocks with 2.5. On the offensive end, you're getting 15 and 8 per with boards. What do you guys have to do tonight playing against a real desperate Whai team?
Just keep doing what we've been doing. You know, I mean, I think we go into every game just kind of a mentality of it's about us. You know, we got to be the best version of ourselves, and we think the result will kind of handle itself. It's just another challenge to do that. You know, coming in, like you said, a desperate team with a lot of new pieces. But just kind of coming in, you know, doing what we do, sharing the ball, guarding at a high level, and we, you know, I think that the result will speak for itself.
With this team, you know, they've got those 2 new pieces. How are you guys? Is the scout still the same for you guys?
I mean, obviously, like you know, from a personnel standpoint, you adjust a little bit. I mean, they're both aggressive, talented offensive players. So you definitely, you know, kind of throws, you know, like alarms a little bit, not in a scared sense, but just in a, hey, you need to really take care of these guys. So, you know, we've obviously, you know, we're prepared. You know, we got a mature group, we got an experienced group. So I think, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be about us, and we got to be able to handle our business, you know, respecting their players, knowing they have really good players on the other side. And then if we do, we think it'll be enough.
Thanks, Nick.
That's Nick Mazinski, spent 5 years at Belmont University. That is a rare thing in college basketball these days, having a player who hasn't transferred or entered a portal or redshirted. And so Nick Mazinski's been playing really good. Now for the starting 5 of your Tauranga Whai: Mojave King, Pero Hunt, Besto, Rosetto, and Hopoi. That is a great looking 5 for Coach Matt Lacey and Mojave King, a next player coming into this five with Rosetto as well. Mojave King spoke to us pre-game too.
Mojave King, a new signing for the Five basketball. As you guys came into, this week and preparing for this game, what has it been like being with your teammates?
It's been a lot of fun so far. Obviously, I'm still, I've just got here a couple of days ago, but it's been great just getting into practice with the group to start building some chemistry. And this is actually my first time here, so, it's been good just getting around, seeing the city, seeing, some of the sights and exploring a little bit.
Now, with yourself and Rosado new to the team, what can we expect from you guys moving forward?
Yeah, you can expect some experience. Obviously, we both played in this league before, and he was playing over in Europe, I was playing over in Puerto Rico. But the main thing is we're going to bring a lot of energy. This team needs help to win games, so that's what we're here for. We want to really try and do everything we can to help the team win. We're going to bring energy and effort on both ends of the floor and see, we're going to do everything we can to help the team win.
All right, good luck, Mo.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mojave King, he's Otago born. He's the son of Leonard King, NBL legend. Mum played 37 games for the Tall Ferns. Tracy Paul, sister Tyler, played NCAA Division I at the University of Pacific. And he's got basketball in his blood. And here's how it's looking for the Fire and the Saints. Contrasting figures there, Casey. And this game will be about pace.
Yeah, the Phi have been sliding. You look at that points per game, that's where the pace comes in. The Saints want to push it. The Phi do a great job of controlling pace in the half court. At least they did when Chris Jones was the PG. Look at those points in the paint. The Saints smash the glass. They're all interior, a lot of penetration. The Phi much more dependent on the triple, but that higher three-point rate hasn't led to more threes because the Saints actually one of the better shooting three-point teams in the league. They can find that range from deep. Can they do it tonight without Shea Ely in the lineup? And who's going to step up? Obviously the money's on Isaiah Liafa, but it's going to have to be a collective when you lose that guy. Of course, good timing for Natai joined the team last week.
You've got so many great matchups across these two fives as well. Hiram Harris matching up with either Bairstow or Hopoi. Mojave King, does Jordan Natai pick him up? And it'll be a battle to see who can really score in the paint for the fight, because that is a tough front line to get around for the Saints with Mazinski, who does a really good job blocking shots, averaging almost 2.5 a game for the Saints. Natai, great to see him back in the league.
Love seeing Hiram Harris and Jordan Natai play together there. Such a great connection, kind of like this Saints bench. The bench mob is bringing it today. This Phi squad, they've decided to go with local players instead of imports. They drop 2 imports. They bring in Mo King and Anzac Rosetto. They think the talent level of this now almost entirely Australian and New Zealand squad with just Bairstow, the lone import out of Australia. The rest of this team, all locals. Can they stand up to this powerhouse Saints squad?
Hiram Harris, he will not die wondering on the basketball court, that is for sure. And we are ready for this one. Your barter card referees, Ryan Jones, Reese Hamilton, Bryn Watson for this one. And the Phi, can Matt Lacey and the Phi get the dub here? And they have the energy as our ball deliverer did, which is just great to see.
If you're going to get the spotlight, might as well make it shine on you, baby.
Absolutely. Kaczynski and Hopoi. Mount High School at Hopoi, and it's going to be Marshall, heel of the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers now. The Australian gives it to Jordan Natai. Liafa.
Interesting to see where the Saints go early. Nick Marshall has been the fulcrum of this offense, but Natai gets the first look.
That rhythm 3 and Hopoi, you can see the length there. Carter Hopoi off to Valparaiso University in Indiana. Committed to there.
It's fantastic to see so many of these young players getting that opportunity to chase their dream. And of course, now when you sign with the school, that's not the end of the road, just the beginning. So just can't wait to see what these young fellas and young ladies do with the opportunities over these next few years.
Harvey King. Stout Saints defense to begin the game.
Muzinski picks up his first block of the game on that possession.
Marshall. Liafa deep three.
He's not been able to find that range this season to the prolificness you expect from him, but still such a streaky shooter. It doesn't take much for him to get that eye in.
Shooting 33% from deep is Isaiah Liafa. Here's Rosetto. Nice work with Mojave King. That's pretty from the two newbies.
Showing a little bit of familiarity despite a lack thereof. And a good start to the scoring for the Phi.
Marshall. The long arms of Mojave King extended there, asking where the foul was. Pretty good defense from King, but
Nick Marshall trying to get the jumper out of there.
He's campaigning, but no dice. So it will be Saints baseline ball.
I'm going right back to Nick Marshall. He gets that foul there, give him another chance to try and attack that defense, see if he can't pick up two.
There it is. It barely moved the net.
That's pretty. That was on point. Mojave King there gets caught going underneath that handoff, giving Marshall way too much space on that triple.
Just over 19 points a game for Marshall, shooting 37% from beyond the arc, and we got a foul there on the reach-in from Carter Hopeway.
I'll take another look at the three. Yeah, a little misdirection. Marshall gives the point and fools Mojave King into going underneath that screen.
Rosetto up high. Looking for options, a little bit stagnant. Here's Pero Hunt. King in the corner, fresh off the plane from Puerto Rico. Knocking it down from the corner.
Heck of a catch and shoot. No dip there, charge on Isaiah Liafa. Well done by Cruz Pero Hunt. Liafa thinking that was a probably incidental contact. Fouls mounting for the Saints early. That's 3 fouls in 2 minutes. Thankfully for them, they're a bit spread out. Pardon me, 2 fouls. I think I added one in there. I think I added Mo Kings over that one.
That three's off. Muzinski with the rebound.
Controlling the plane early is the big man.
Like a big man with a classic number like 33. And there is Muzinski with the right, finishing strong.
I mean, he does what he does really well. Rolls to the right spot, great finish around the rim, keeps that ball high, which is, I think, the most important thing for those young bigs learning the game.
Bairstow finds Rosetto. Development player for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and has it blocked by Muzinski.
Second block of the game, the big fella taking control early.
Marshall finds Hiram Harris eventually. Nice move from Hiram Harris, one of the foul.
Just a great patience, gets to his spot inside, and is able to displace Hopeway a little bit with his physicality, giving himself the room to finish that finger roll.
Bairstow, one of 6 siblings. Older brother Cam played for the Bulls in the NBA. Sister plays university. Here's Hiram Harris stepping through.
Footwork. Can't get the finish, but light on the feet to get the opportunity.
Sister Steph played at Union, and now she's playing for the Phi. There's a turnover. Nartai finding, unfortunately, Pero Hunt. Pero Hunt up high for the on ball with Rosetto, rejects it somewhat and then kicks it out. Using that shot clock as the Fire want to do. And coming up empty. It's going to be a tough night to try and get a defensive rebound. Or an offensive rebound as well for the Fire. Liafa dropping it off for the big man.
Muzinski, big impact early, controlling the glass, defending the paint, and finishing around the rim. 4 points already.
Rosetto up high. And Harvey King with his feet set.
Off Rosetto. I thought that might have been off Muzinski, but both players getting in there.
We have number 21 from
Brzezinski just having a chat about the bump and grind with Anzac Rosetta.
Since he's going to have a seat here, there's 4.5 gone in the first quarter. Nice little left-hand finish.
That's pretty.
You call that a little push shot? Little rainbow,
push.
little arc?
Little push, a little Hartenstein-esque.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You got it, guys.
It's so important to be able to do it with either hand. Really increases your value as a scorer in the paint.
Marshall on the drive. He's strong. Goes down on the floor to get it. Here, Mojave King will jump it up, and it will be possession arrow will go to the Saints.
Looks like he just relaxed there at the end. Thought he might have been getting that contact, but unable to get that finish.
No mistake, it's going to the Phi. Sean Murphy's in the game. He had a heck of a rapid league game. He's number 21 for the Sal's NBL game.
Earned himself a little bit of playing time with that performance earlier today.
Denham Brook kicking it to King. And that will be Saints ball.
Phi having a lot of success early on this offensive glass. Not necessarily grabbing possessions, but you can see their presence there is being felt.
Nartai Marshall had a disconnect there. Turnover ball. That is the third turnover in this first quarter for the Saints.
Yeah, just a bit sloppy for the Wellington Saints right now.
12 times champion in the Sal's NBL.
Only 12.
Yeah, just 12. In what, 43, 44th season?
That's not bad, 1 out of every 4.
Is it okay? Is it a good strike rate?
It's okay.
You happy with that?
Happy.
Number 66, Jaden Bazette.
Yeah.
Had the pleasure of playing for 2 clubs that won, what, 22 in total? Auckland and Wellington.
You're a born winner.
I mean, I think I got sort of just landed on those ships, but
You're a key piece. Brzezinski's back in the game. 2 shots coming up. Brzezinski doesn't know where that foul came from. Must have got him on the hand.
yeah, just a little bit of touch, I think, on that arm.
Yeah. So it will be Bazant heading to the line. Jaden Bazant.
Brzezinski, I think, trying to say that that was his follow-through coming towards me, but got to stay away from those shooters shooting arms. That's an easy whistle for the official to call. Bazant's a guy I can see really stepping up in the absence of Chris Jones. You know, he's been, even with his limited minutes that he had in this first part of the season, he was still effective at the end of the games. Had hit some big shots down the stretch of multiple ball games. And he does have that ability to be that combo guard, scorer, distributor. I think they have a nice mix now with this lineup they've put together.
Averaging 8.8 points off the bench for Matt Lacey and the Phi. Brzezinski got another rebound there. He's got 3 already. Gold, Sam Gold with the ball.
And Brooke with that steal.
Turnover, 5, putting it up off the glass. Whew, too strong for Bairstow.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass, though. Bairstow just couldn't quite handle on to it. Tough to see if the angle was quite right, but
Nice work from Cruz.
look, appreciate the effort. Bairstow just couldn't quite get that into the bucket.
Perry Hunt broke that up, so it stays with the Saints. Plenty of wiggle room on the shot clock with 19. The Arthur, more facilitator at the moment. Gold, too strong. Rangi Maria, Eagle Meter, almost snuck around and got the rebound, but it's going to be Murphy and the Phi. And they have won the pace war, Casey.
I'll tell you what, we are turtling down this one. I don't know where the hair is, but it's not in this gym right now. This is all slow it down, half court, grind it out.
And we've tied it up at 9. Denham Brook for 3.
Scoring explosion there.
That evens it out.
15% of the offense, just like that.
Liafa. That's the handle, kicks it out. Brzezinski thought about an elbow jumper. And
Look at the big fella.
Brzezinski, look at that, showing his range.
No, it's a lovely little elbow. Hasn't hit the net yet, or at the rim yet, just all net on that push, that finish at the rim. 6 points for the big fella.
6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks in this first quarter. Oh no, Sam Gold with a foul. Pero Hunt.
And obviously not what you want to have, a little bit too aggressive. Challenging that one, hits the high 5.
13 Hiram Harris.
Yeah, you can see there's no doubt that he got him on the arm.
I mean, at least he, basically admitted it. Didn't have the argument that, isn't that part of the ball? No, just take the whistle, do better next time. But certainly don't want to be giving up these opportunities.
Can tie it up here. And then take the lead. 3 to go in this first quarter. Cruz Pero Hunt. Foul taken the 3 by Gold. And he's an 80% foul shooter. Makes all 3 here. Takes a seat. Harvey King back in the game. I like this from the fight. Just extending their pressure on makes. Just making the Saints work a little bit harder. Have one of the best offensive ratings. Brzezinski going to work. There's no real answer for him at the moment by the fight. And the Saints, the offensive rating is up there with the Rams. Around about 112 points per 100 possessions. Nice drop off. And a great block. 3 for Brzezinski.
He's putting it together in the low post. Shutting down those lanes. Feed him on this end again. Let the big fella eat.
Nick Marshall loping through the key. And a quick hit by the Saints. A bang bang, a couple of possessions, and so the fight. Probably just don't like how quickly things turned around there, Matt Lacey. That's a good timeout for the Fire because you could see the paint space and the push from the Saints starting to really take effect.
Yeah, they'd worked their way back into the ball game, but we've mentioned it a few times. It's all about pace. It's all about controlling it. If you let this Saints team just get a few of those cheapies, all of a sudden that snowballs together. You've got that avalanche coming towards you. Nice coaching, Lacey. Now see what he wants to dig out of that. Where are we going to go now? Challenging at the rim on Brzezinski. I might start to go someplace else. 3 blocks in the quarter in less than 8 minutes. He is really shutting things down over there. Jordan Mills trying to work the officials a little bit.
Yeah, that's great. That's great work from the Mills family member.
It's supposed to do that before the game, Jordan Mills. Ownership group and running the team now. Jordan Mills, don't know if you know this, once hit 7 threes in an NBL game.
Did not know that.
Yeah, once hit 7 triples in a ball game.
He's a bucket, Jordan Mills.
Was my teammate at the time.
Did he tell you about it?
Well, I saw it.
Yeah, but did he tell you about it?
If he was a young fellow back then, I wouldn't let him tell me about it. I would knock him back down a peg.
15-12. His dad, Nick Mills, he's been with the Saints since its inception, I'm going to say.
Since the beginning. Back to the Exchequer.
Harvey King. He's got so much potential. The frame that Harvey King possesses. I mean, foul as Hiram Harris trying to break that play.
I think it's Leafa chasing Bazant around that screen and just kind of barreling through Sean Murphy. Quite often, when you're chasing through a screen on the ball handler, you can get away with a little bit of extra contact. But I think Murphy got displaced there to too much of a degree that he's not getting the foul. Actually, is that foul on Bazant, not on Murphy? So it was the grab on Bazant, not the contact with Murphy that gets whistled.
So yeah, it will be Shayeli's foul.
Isaiah Leafa. Shea can't foul tonight.
So my bad, sorry, Isaiah Leafa. Shayeli out with concussion-like symptoms.
I mean, I feel like he could be there and there at the same time. He's that good.
He is that good. It'd be pretty fun. Some more foul shots for the fight. And pretty good from the line at the moment. They are getting to the line. The Saints haven't shot any foul shots yet. Here's Marshall operating with Mazinski, and then a foul there, just a little bit clumsy from Rezzetto, who puts his hand up.
Just got to get used to playing back in the NBL. He's been doing a good job on the other side for the last couple of years, but nice to see him back here. A little bit of confusion about what's going on out there now.
Yeah, that includes me. I'm not exactly sure what the call was. Ryan Jones on the baseline. But will be Saints ball on the side. 14 on the shot clock. Marshall has it. Hiram. Harris. Can he get the and one? He can.
It's a good call. Murphy just too aggressive, closing that space, body contacting up Harris. If he jumps vertically, he gets away with it, but Hiram Harris aggressive on that catch. Watch the way he just puts it down, attacks right away, gets to his spot, fades away, the body contact, the arm contact, gets the bounce, gets the hoop, gets the harm, off to the Chemist Warehouse to try and make it a three-point play.
That's the first foul shot from the Chemist Warehouse line for the Saints. He's good for it. Rebound advantage is +7 at the moment for the Saints, 11-4. And that is the margin they have 4 at the moment. Marshall hawking that ball, 6 to shoot. Pull up, Bazant knocking that down. Created the space on the jumper. And then Marshall is fouled at midcourt. And the Fire can't quite believe it.
Oh, well, I love Bazant closing quarters. He does such a good job of finding that space. Where am I going to get to? The little fadeaway to the right, that is tough. He makes it look easy. Contact coming back. Now both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of this quarter. The scoring has definitely ticked up the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Natai. Stays with the Saints. Mazinski now. Under a minute to go. Hiram Harris looking to attack. Hot boy! Oh, what a finish from Hiram Harris.
Gives him the in and out. Who gets him shuffling and attacks the rim. The beautiful soft touch off the glass as well.
Hot boy lost the handle. There's Harris again. Almost traveled with it. Marshall. Oh, it's halfway down. Mazinski with another board.
He is crashing the glass, back-to-back offensive rebounds.
That's 5 in the quarter.
He had to work a bit harder for that one than the previous.
Harris again going to that right hand.
They slow it down. They look for something quick. Good heads-up play there by Jet Thompson.
Last 10 seconds.
King, 6 to go. Stepping back. Oof. And that will have us heading to the quarter time break. And the Saints have a nice 4-point lead here, 20-16 after 10 minutes of basketball.
All right, kia ora whānau. How's everyone going? How's everyone going?
Well, hello everyone on TikTok, watching this game live and free on your TikTok account. Got any questions for us? Hit us in the comments. We'll be reading them for you.
Hello on FIBA YouTube around the world as well. We don't see those comments though because it's geo-blocked here in New Zealand. So we only talk to the TikTok chat. Organize me. We appreciate it. Get us some likes here on the Sky Sport New Zealand TikTok channel. 4,000 likes would be fantastic. I'd love to stay in it. Emilio Carlito. This league is the Sal's NBL in New Zealand. This is what you've locked into. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got the Tauranga Whai coming up against the Wellington Saints. And early on in this one, I got to say, a little bit closer than I expected. The Whai doing a nice job of keeping a fast-paced Saints team within their reach.
Certainly. The Whai, yeah, for large parts of that first quarter controlling that pace of the game, but it's going to be a little bit tougher to keep the Saints.
Did somebody just call us AI? AI commentary?
Is this AI commentator?
I take that as an insult to them. We'll be catching up with you the next break, but not this one. Catch you later.
20-16, Saints with the lead at Mercury Bay Park in Tauranga. The Whai on the slide at the moment. They are 0-5 in their last 5. Saints just 4-1. Just casual Saints winning streak.
They've been putting it together. Coming off a huge win over a Corey Websterless Manawatu Jets team. Might have been hungry after that one. If they got hungry, maybe you're hungry at home. Pick up a $29.99 large Nana pizza. Use that code SalsKick25 or the QR code valid until Tuesday, May 27th.
Second quarter, I'm hungry for those segues, how you work it into your commentary.
You always got to see Carter Hopoi get that shot out of here.
Slaps it out of bounds.
He has been such a find for Tauranga this season. We knew he was going to play a little bit more, but he has really lifted his game. Such an athlete, but just a nose for the ball as well.
Ngatai and Pero Hunt get tied up.
Cruz Pero Hunt trying to shut it off, but I think Jay Ngatai might be in a little bit of a different weight class there. You want to get this post up to Ngatai on the block.
Ngatai spinning, using the body. Kaczynski couldn't get the rebound. And it's Whai ball. Saints think it should be theirs. And we've got a foul. Got a push underneath. So it's a push on the Saints.
Hiram Harris gets pulled for that one. And the bend but don't break on the offensive glass right now.
That's his first.
The Saints, the best defensive rebounding team in the competition, but 9th in the offensive rebounding rate. Not tonight. They have been a bit more active with Ngatai in the lineup.
Halfway for 3. Off to the left, Marshall.
And this is where I expect the Saints to pick things up a bit. Transition and that secondary transition offense.
Brook goes sliding down. Saints swing it around.
Look at the effort of Hiram Harris.
It's going to be a long night if you're going to try and keep Hiram Harris off the glass.
Now, good luck to you. You're doing the Lord's work in that respect. The Saints right now active on the offensive glass. That's their 6th of the ball game there.
Ngatai and Nazinski's in the middle. We'll go back to Harris's time. It's Brook on the switch. Good defense from Denham Brook. Forced him into a tough 16-footer.
Best thing he did was stay on his feet. Didn't go for any of those shot fakes.
Harvey King shut down by Hiram Harris on that.
Man, they're so switchy defensively. Multiple players who can guard multiple positions.
Marshall has it blocked, but he gets it back, and it's going to be Brook with the rebound. He just turned straight into Nick Marshall.
That's going to be a foul. Marshall mostly had ball, but when Denham Brook pivots out of it, it goes from grabbing the ball to grabbing a little bit of arm. Really nice block there by Carter Hopoi, his second block in about 3 possessions there. Just enough to keep this Saints squad from feeling comfortable.
Hopoi left alone. Second missed 3 for Carter Hopoi.
All right, Tauranga, let's go. Get behind our boys. Defense.
A little bit quiet in this first half.
A little bit. Quieter and an ant going to the bathroom on cotton. It's silent out here.
0 points so far for Isaiah Liafa. Sure he'll get cooking soon.
0-0 through 2 minutes. Very similar to the start of that first quarter. Started slowly, a lot of pickup about halfway through.
A little bit too much zest on that pass.
And not a lot that Bairstow could have done with it had he caught it. On that backdoor cut, you have to hit them a little bit earlier. You want them to sort of find them as they're entering the paint so they could finish at the rim. Had he been able to retain that, would have been underneath the backboard anyway.
Mazinski on the kick out. Dougal Meter missing the 3 off the bench. Just 3 Saints have scored in this game so far. Harris, Mazinski, and Marshall. Hopwoy tries again. 3 ball not dropping, but it starts to fall into the hands of the Phi.
Offensive rebounding picking up for them now.
Pero Hunt, the heel of the iron, and it's Mazinski with another board.
I don't know, I think the leather's gone allergic to nylon. It is avoiding it at all costs.
Mazinski has 8 rebounds and 8 points. Dougal Meter has it slapped away by Mojave King. There's Bairstow to his right. Oh, that's pretty from Mojave King. Silky little finger roll in transition.
I thought he might have given that up a little bit earlier, but looked almost like he bobbled a bit. He sort of got caught in the finish. Beautifully done, though. In transition, first with a strip and then just off to the races, beating everybody down the court. He gets it up and in with the finger roll. Griffin-esque. Looking sharp in those jerseys. If you want to look sharp as well, hit up the team merch shop online now at Sterling Sports. Use that QR code or hit up Sterling Sports online to find all the Rapid League and Sal's NBL styles you'll love to wear.
Phi doing a good job, Casey. Talked about pace at the top of the broadcast. They are winning that battle at the moment.
Yeah, get the young one on TV.
Yeah.
Pumped. Got the ear protection. You know she's having a good time. I wonder if she's just waking up or just slowing down.
I wonder if she's going to last the whole game.
Definitely.
She looks pumped. Great to see them at the game.
Start them young. Get them watching that basketball. They can't get enough of it.
Say that the Phi down on pace. So are the Saints, to be honest.
It's not coming together. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Saints 9 for 27 from the field, 33%. Tauranga 5 for 20 at 25%. Combined 3 for 19 from the three-point line at 15% between the two teams combined. It is tough sledding right now. The Phi staying alive at the Chemist Warehouse stripe where they are 6 for 7.
I sold the Saints offensive rating short. They're 118.
Not for long. They got to get some buckets in. Yeah. We see Marshall get one there to finally get the Saints back on the board. First bucket of the second quarter comes 6 minutes, 30 seconds in.
No Shaili tonight for the Saints, out with concussion-like symptoms, so Saints without one of their stars, Mojave King, knocking that 3 down. Welcome back, Mojave King, to the league.
Just shot making right now is Mo King. Hits the fast break layup just previously, and then his second triple of the ball game. He's got 8.
Marshall dropping it off. Hiram Harris gets his own rebound. In deep on the baseline. Here's Liafa. Oh, good defense from Mojave King.
Well, he wore that.
He certainly did.
Ends up with the ball on the baseline, out of bounds on him. Isaiah Liafa saying, how is that not a foul one way or the other? Anytime you see a big collision like that, you got to be thinking, well, it's got to be a block or a charge. Got to be something.
Liafa looking for a quick hit and drops it off to Hiram Harris.
Jeez.
He got Carter Hopwoy to bite on that one big time.
straddled. That was almost a mounting as well. That was close too.
I think
Goes up right away.
Hiram's the plinth.
That's some strength there.
Hopeway's the statue.
Carter Hopeway has a bit of a smile on his face after that one, thinking, well, that ended up okay. Could have gone much worse.
Much worse. It's a dangerous situation. Harris leaving it short. Hiram Harris on the season, a little bit down points-wise, 14.4, but closing in on 11 rebounds a game.
4.8 assists as well. Averaging, I think, 1.7 steals and shooting better from the free throw line this year. Has gotten his average up to 74%, a testament to the work that he puts in the offseason for about a decade now.
Pull up from Bairstow. Liafa from deep. Natai trying to save it.
The Saints are staying aggressive. These are the shots they like taking. But I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more patience from them.
Murphy.
Sean Murphy, number 21.
Sean Murphy getting around.
Knack for finishing at the rim. Just uses the shot fake well, finding that contact to the body
All right, tell them where you at.
to enable himself to get that finish.
All tied up on that Murphy shot in the fight. Winning the arm wrestle here. Liafa left it short.
Got a
Hopeway
piece.
on the closeout.
Oh boy, I think that's his third block.
From the outside.
Pero Hunt. It's grindy in the second quarter.
If I'm the Saints, I'm trying to pick it up even more. I want to run every single time. I'm not walking the ball up at all. Let's see if we can get even a little bit more chaos in this one.
Dougal Meter contested three. He strokes it.
They needed that.
Big time.
They really needed that triple coming in. They were 1 for 10 from the three-point stripe there. Hits that second. Maybe that'll break the seal.
King foul.
Foul number 12. Dougal Meter.
Harvey King. Yeah.
Number 1.
Three-point percentage. Saints shooting 35%, second best in the league. Just 30% for the fight. We do have quite a high three-point rate at 43%.
They get him up.
The Saints not so much though, which is a little surprising. But when you got guys like Shaley, Hiram Harris, looking to work the bigs with Nick Mazinski, but the addition of Jordan Natai, it might just free it up a little bit. Nick Marshall will always try the three ball.
Yeah, I think that lack in three-point rate, I think they've gotten so much activity in transition. A lot of that's attacking the rim. And I think Isaiah Liafa, being a little bit cold to start the season, is probably not taking the volume you would normally see from him. But this is just a strong physical team. They like to get you in the block and work you down low.
Natai.
Travel called. They called a travel on that.
They did.
I don't think he knows it yet. When he hears this, he's going to be quite surprised.
Yep, there it is. That's Jordan Natai surprise.
I did not see the travel on that. He must have shuffled that foot.
This is intense.
He gave it a huh? Murphy.
He wanted the travel in response. He said that was a travel as well.
Bazan and Dougal Meter fighting for position. Rosetto back in the game, facing up on Mazinski. Anzac Rosetto, left hand, no roll. Mojave King, though, on the glass, up and in.
Great activity, Mojave King. He's really injected some much-needed athleticism and energy into this Phi lineup. Love to see his work on the glass. Now he's got 10.
Second offensive rebound for the Phi in this half.
Jeez, there's a lot of misses, too.
That's certainly correct, Casey. There's another one. Phi shooting sub 30%. King off the glass and in. Mojave King into double figures with 11.
He is attacking the glass. He's got a couple of triples. He is putting it together.
Brzezinski now joins him. He's got 10.
Big Moose. 5 of 6 from the field.
Oh, nice drop off. Look at the bounce from Mojave King.
He is moving really well without the basketball, made himself available there. If he stays in the corner, there's no angle, that's denied. He cuts in, gets that catch, and then gets that finish above the rim because of it.
Gold in the corner, dribbles it out. Good pressure from Murphy, puts Gold down.
Here we go.
Liafa for 3.
How about the Phi?
Yeah, making the Saints settle a little bit.
Just closing down that paint. The Saints not finding those driving lanes.
Bairstow knocks a 3 ball down.
Well, how about that? Timeout to the Saints. Coach Aaron Young needs to find some answers to this suddenly explosive Phi offense. It was hampered for much of the first half, but now they are finding their space. Here it is. The drive, the finish from Mojave King as Liafa, I think, just caught ball watching there. And Bairstow kind of fumbles it on the crossover, but touches nothing but nylon on the jumper.
Just a 23% three-point shooter this season. Sean Bairstow, you can get yourself some free fuel. Score your Waitomo Moolah now using that QR code on your screen.
Free fuel? Who can't use some free fuel? I guess people with EVs, but everyone else.
Download the Waitomo app as well using your cell phone with your number. Saints.
Did the budget cover any free fuel yesterday? Missed that section.
No, it did not. Waitomo, always good value. Kiwis fueling Kiwis. Just dishing out some free fuel this morning actually for the Rock.
Oh yeah?
$50 for the first 50 cars through.
That's not where you are actually on the pump.
I was on the pump, Casey.
You can't the 50.
I used to work the forecourt.
No, is that right? You were on the windows?
Yeah, man.
Fill your water, sir?
Oh, absolutely. That was a dipstick.
Yeah, you were. What about on the car?
Yeah, also check the oil.
I could see you as one of the 5 guys in the court in the 50s.
Wasn't the 50s, my friend? It was just the 90s.
Well,
Is Natai. Some clean air, but it's a miss, and it's Hiram Harris with an offensive rebound. Liafa just can't find his stroke at the moment.
good looks, but they are not falling for Isaiah Liafa here in the first half. It is 0 for 7.
Rossetto looking for the handoff. Bazant's 3 is good.
The Phi have found it. They are starting to rain the triples. That is now their 5th of the ball game, 5 for 14.
Liafa with the right hand.
That's what he needed. Breaks the seal, gets in. Is that going to be a timeout to the Phi?
Yeah, it is.
Interesting timeout here, but call that timeout, use it before the half. You're going to bring the ball up into the front court, and now they're going to get a natural 2 for 1. That's going to bring the shot clock down to 14. So I like this by Coach Matt Lacey, really thinking the game, getting the extra possessions. Jet Thompson can't keep Isaiah Liafa from getting to the cup.
Both teams also have their BNZ player timeouts available for this half.
Still there. I feel like they might get used. There's always an option in there. Matt Lacey has gotten this team together very quickly.
This is a high-powered Saints offense coming into this game. They're 3rd in the league in scoring. They scored a clip of over 96 a game. And for the Phi, they are dead last. They are 82 a game. But they've got the best scoring defense in the league. So do the Saints, for that matter. But at the moment, it's the Phi controlling proceedings with the pace of the game. It is a low-scoring affair. 36-30.
Just a testament to how much Shea Illy means to this team. You lose your point guard, and suddenly you look a little discombobulated out there. Remember, this team valued Ely so much that when they heard he was late, they brought in another point guard in Sean Bruce to play that first part of the season. Some rumors about Sean Bruce maybe returning. don't know if what's going to happen with that, but
I love it when you say rumors.
I don't know. I really don't.
No, okay.
This one I don't know. I've just heard rumors.
I see Jordan Mills knows.
He definitely does.
Yeah.
He knows all sorts. But what else he knows is that it's a lot different when Shea Ili is on the bench next to him instead of out there in court.
Kang finding Rosetta, the two newbies for the Phi, and it's execution out of that timeout.
I thought Rosetta made a mistake coming back and going to his left hand. Thought he should have finished quick, but he's able to get that finish. And now, great job by Hiram Harris. See how he didn't touch that basketball? He evens out. He took away the shot clock by not touching it until it got under 24. Now the last shot's coming to the Saints, if they can work it all the way down.
Smart basketball from Harris. Stepping back, Liafa. Rosetta with it. Call a player timeout. Anzac Rosetta just reacquainted himself with the nuances of the league, I imagine.
Yeah, you got to remember that one. I think, unfortunately for Liafa, it went a little bit quick there. Went with 6 seconds. That gives a chance for the rebound. You want to go a little bit later, but it does give us a chance to talk about the BNZ player timeout. Get your ticket to the big game by scanning that QR code for a chance to win tickets, but time is running out. Get in quick for your chance to be courtside at an upcoming Sal's NBL game, all thanks to BNZ, inspiring the next generation of Kiwi ballers.
Saints are first in defensive field goal percentage, holding teams to 41%. And they're right on cue here, holding the Phi to 13 of 31.
Well, how much time is on the clock here? 1.2 is what they've decided to go with. Gonna have to be a quick one.
It's not the play that he needed in that frame of time. So it's half time and the Phi have absolutely throttled the offense of the Saints, holding them to 30. They lead by 8, 38-30 at halftime.
21-year-old Sophie Moore, born and raised in Tauranga.
What's up, TikTok?
What up, chat? Thanks for getting in on the chat and feeling with us. We've got a low scoring but a spirited game of basketball in Tauranga tonight. And question number one is to you, Mulls. Who is LeBron James of the New Zealand NBL?
Who is LeBron James of the New Zealand NBL currently?
Currently. We could go all time.
Man, that's a great question. Yeah, well, I'll say Dylan Boucher was the LeBron James of the New Zealand NBL. Because he's
there
on
he is.
screen.
What up, Dylan Boucher? Former CEO of Basketball New Zealand, now director of basketball for the Breakers. Watching his son play there today. This is professional basketball here in New Zealand. Semi-professional, some a mix of pros and some youth. Don't understand your question, Wolverine, but other than that, LeBron James of the NBL. Physically, I'm going to go with Mika Vakona back in the day. He had the LeBron-ness to him.
One of my favorite players of all time, Mika Vakona.
I mean, offensively, I think the most similar game might be Jordan Atai. He's got that ability to go outside and in, be a big forward. He could be that. He's got a 47-point game in his career as well. But the real question is, does he like the Pink Pony Club?
True.
Always good entertainment here in Tauranga during Phi halftimes. They are trying to celebrate their way back into the final six for the first time after celebrating a championship with their women's side this past season. Any more questions for us in the chat? Get in when you can. We will be here during quarter breaks, halftime break right now. So we're gonna leave for a bit. We'll come back for one more. Then at the third quarter will be the last. But get active in the chat, like and subscribe, or whatever else you do on TikTok. TikTok's not really my space except for the chats. You spend a lot of time on the TikTok?
Nah, man, I'm just going through it now.
First time?
Yeah.
Downloaded it?
It's engaging.
It's got an algorithm. There's a lot of stuff to see in there.
So many spaces in the grandstand, prices too high for the general population. You'll find that Sal's NBL games are reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced. $10 will get you to most of them.
That is great value for money.
Sal's Pizza is great value for money as well.
It certainly is.
What does why the last mean, Millhouse? I don't get it. Is anyone hurt? Oh, it's halftime, guys. It is halftime. Catch you at the next break.
Welcome back to Mercury Bay Park. Tauranga, Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. Half time. Grinding. Give that phone back.
He does not want the flash going on in this one. Don't bring attention to what's going on in Tauranga right now. That's what the Saints fans are saying. Not expecting to be down 8 points at the interim break. Taking a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Mo King lighting it up in his first appearance in pink. 15 points in the first half. Nick Muzinski doing a bit of it himself, well supported by Hiram Harris and Jaden Bazant respectively. Muzinski nearly the double-double at halftime. Hiram Harris with 5 rebounds as well. Mazzetto getting a jump on the glass, his first game in Phi colors. Isaiah Liafa, 5 assists, leading everybody, but only 7 assists as a team for the Saints. The big fellas having a block party, 3 apiece for Hopeboy. And Muzinski leaving us with just the steals, of which there are 5 in total. Nobody topping one, thanks to Chemist Warehouse for all the stats.
Holding the Saints to just 32% from the floor. The Phi shooting 41%. Saints struggling from the three-point line, 2 for 16. And rebound advantage, Saints +7. It's hard to get a rebound when you've got Muzinski and Hiram Harris. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll have the third quarter for you from Tauranga, the Phi, with an 8-point lead over the Saints.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's this? Sophie Moore.
Welcome back to our TikTok friends.
Sophie Maud killing it at halftime.
Well done.
With a little version of Pink Pony Club. The crowd was digging it, especially the score bench there.
Was that the song, Casey? I do apologize.
Do you not know Pink Pony Club?
No, man, I work on a rock station. I just listen to rock music. I'm sorry.
That is, I would have figured you for a Pink Pony Club kind of dude.
No, you don't know me. It's been so long that we've been doing this. And I still can't believe you don't know me enough.
Actually, the only reason I got Pink Pony Club is because my Spotify algorithm listens to a lot of Taylor Swift, thanks to my daughter, and throws me into that version.
That's what I thought.
But I like it. I don't know. Yeah, last year my Spotify Wrapped, I was in the top 1% of Taylor Swift fans.
No,
worldwide.
you were not.
The top 1%.
That is impressive.
My daughter was into it.
That's crazy.
That's something. You know you're putting in some effort at that point. Tic Tac, a little bit of Taylor Swift out there. DJ Kava, new album out in July for Sophie. Well,
that's Devilskin. Oh, I love Devilskin. See, I know Devilskin songs.
Oh, all right, Devilskin, that's what we're talking about. Way to get in the chat. We got DJ Kava in here as well. Everybody here just to support Sophie. I'm glad we could get that on the chat then. Sophie Maud giving us some versions. Excited to hear that album as well.
Devilskin going on tour pretty soon as well.
Can you play Sophie Maud on the radio for The Rock, Moles?
No.
Well, I thought you controlled programming there.
No, I don't.
But you're in charge of all the programming. I've been in the building.
Don't do that.
No, you told me that secretly you're in charge, but you just tell people you have nothing to do with it.
I'll only play Devilskin.
It is always a good time in the chat, TikTok. You got any other questions about what's going on the court or off? But please don't ask me about the Panthers. I can't handle it anymore. There's been too many Panthers questions.
So what's happened with the Panthers?
You son of a gun.
I heard that they're not playing in the league anymore.
That is correct. There's press releases out there. If you want to know more, well, too bad. I'm done talking about it.
Fair enough, too. Just pay your bills on time, people. If you're listening along at TikTok, just pay your bills on time. You know.
And
that's all I'll say about that.
One of the most important things you can do.
Yeah.
Andrew, are you a programmer? See, DJ Kava knows. I'm joking. He is not a program manager. He's just a DJ.
DJ covered it.
We'll catch up soon on the next break.
(38-30). Phi with the lead. Coming back out for the second half. Casey, what is the key for the Saints here? They're doing some good things with the looks they're getting. They're great on the glass. They're just not getting the execution with their offense, are they?
They're unable to finish right now, either at the rim or from deep. It has been a bit of a struggle, allowing the Phi to take control of it. Looking at these shooting percentages, 32% for the Saints, just 12% from behind the arc. And I don't know if you know this, Moles, but that is not good.
No, I think I've done enough basketball to understand that that's horrific.
That is not what you're trying to do, is shoot 12% from three. Especially when you were coming into the game, shooting the second best percentage in the competition at 35%.
Wow.
So for them to come down, and you see who gets the win there. The Phi at 26%. I don't know, that could be creeping up a little bit. That might have been locked down. Everybody forgot to jump in. The Saints by 13 plus. It was the pick for most of the Saints fans outside of that 1 for 12. But right now, it's going to take quite a bit of work for the Saints to get back in this ballgame.
I need to go back to this, see what that kid's drink was. It was bright red.
Sounds nutritious.
It sounds like trouble for the next 8 to 12 hours.
You know when you ask for a drink by color, you're in trouble.
It is. I hope that's all natural red as well.
That's the artificial colors that'll get you. It's not the sugar, or so my kids tell me.
Great to see young and old at a Phi game. Great to see young kids, girls wearing Phi Tauihi Aotearoa jerseys as well.
They've taken over the region. The champions of the third trip around the block in the GJ Gardner Homestall Ihi Basketball Aotearoa competition. What a job was done by Alex Stojkovic, assistant coach on this Phi squad, but off to the Poakai after the end of the men's season to coach the women down there, see if he can't bring a title down to that part of New Zealand. That's coming up in a few months. Right now, we're getting to the business part of the season for the Sal's NBL. And right now, business is good for the Phi. On the outside looking in the final six, but a win here will put them a little bit closer.
Well, they've lost their last 5, but a win over the Saints would be impressive. They've retooled out of the international window. They've sent a couple of imports on their way, and they brought in Anzac Rosetto and Mojave King, and they've dragged this Saints team into a bit of a dogfight here.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they might just have one more move in their sleeves, the Phi. I don't think they're going to get 2 restricted players, but I think they might have one coming.
I love how you allude to these things.
Now, this is just a guess. Once again, Matt Lacey knows better than to tell me any secrets. He knows I'll give him up.
Yeah, well, I'm with Matt Lacey.
A coach for the Phi has been doing a great job for them. He just has them with such a good understanding. I actually played with Matt Lacey back when he was a young fellow, back when I was an older. We used to drive from Auckland down to Hamilton every day for practice. Got a lot of basketball chat with him, and you could tell he had that feel of a coach. At even a young age, he was still in uni then, and that has proven to be true. One of the great young coaching minds in New Zealand, and has this Phi squad in the catbird seat to start the second half.
Let's see what they do out of this halftime break. The Saints, number 2 in the Sal's NBL ladder. The Phi outside the 6. Started the season well, dropped their last 5. Saints 4-1 coming into this game. Underway in the third quarter. Hunt. That's the handle. Point in the corner.
Nice steal by Rosetto there, but that failed handle takes a shot away.
5 to shoot for the Phi. Pero Hunt with the up fake. And he's fouled at the buzzer. Pero Hunt for the 4-point play opportunity.
Whoa, the little sidestep there. Nice movement. It did look like Nick Marshall closed that gap into the body. Take another look at using the shot fake well. Gets Marshall up, and then there's the contact into the leg. Marshall doesn't like it, but the home crowd is pumped. Up 11, about to make it 12 if he can hit this one, which he does.
Man, what a play to start that third quarter. The lead is 12.
It is coming together for the Phi.
Marshall trying to bring it back, and he does. Cashes on a three.
If I'm the Saints, it's all about getting faster. We cannot let this team play at this pace they want to play at. Let's impose our will on this squad.
King kicks it back out. Nartai bites, but it's Rossetto. Pero Hunt. What a skip pass is going on for the Phi. Hiram Harris pushing it. He'll take everyone on. Nartai in the corner. Caught it perfectly. Pinpoint pass. Never went below his shoulders, it looked like.
Hiram Harris initiating that break. The grab and go. So tough for defenses to stop a rebounder who initiates that transition game. Oh, that's a charge. Oh, no way. I saw that differently. That looked like an elbow through the face of Hiram Harris there. Hiram Harris gives the clap. Oh, I think seeing it live, I thought Hiram Harris was in great position. I thought he took an elbow to the face. Not the way that Ryan Jones saw it. I thought it was that elbow coming through. Instead, it's Mo King back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Number 3, King at the
Ryan Jones has had enough. Doesn't want the faux appreciation to clap.
That's like in Super Rugby. No, it was NPC. Casey, NPC Rugby. Duplessis Karefi got told for excessive chahui.
I want to show me in the rule book where I can't chahu.
I mean, if nothing sums up New Zealand more than somebody getting warned by a referee for excessive chahuing, I'll be surprised if it's better than that. But yes, it's demonstrative. And it's showing up the referee. Hiram Harris spinning this time, blocked by Rossetto, who gives him a message on his way out.
Well, nice timing by Rossetto. Hiram Harris couldn't get it up over the big fella, timed it well.
Rossetto for three.
Is that not a foul?
No, it's not a foul.
Hiram Harris is not getting a friendly whistle right now.
Halfway.
Well, the Saints have to rise to the challenge. The Phi have said it.
Brzezinski got it back, put it in.
Lovely little drop pass there, but the run by Rossetto. Liafa was ready to pounce. Good decision not to go up with it.
Good show, hard show rather, excuse me. As Rossetto gets the dunk.
Little interior passing on this end. A nice entry pass early. And then the little drop off for the smash. And now defense. The Phi putting it all together. Actually, a really good foul by Brzezinski to stop that break there.
Just a second. Brzezinski now with a double-double of 12 and 10. Harvey King has 16. Next best for the Phi is Bazat with 8. Brzezinski with his 12 points. Nick Marshall has 10. Saints without Shea Ely in this game, and it shows in their execution, just looking a little stilted. The Phi defense is really good.
Well, they're really good on both ends. Love what they're doing offensively. They're not forcing anything. They're forcing the defense to work. They're taking the open shots when they get them, like that right there. Carter Hopeway for three.
1 for 5 now. Hasn't shelved it, stuck with it. Good clean look and knocks it down. 10 is the lead. Saints only have 38 points through 3 minutes into the third quarter. And then Hiram Harris finally gets a bucket to go.
He's the only one being aggressive on the rim. Everybody else is not finding this penetration, but Hiram Harris, offense is working through him right now in his penetrating skills.
There's a 3 ball.
Cruz Pero Hunt
knocking it down from deep.
keeps it going.
It's back to 11.
Saints are struggling to find this. Hiram Harris again on the drive.
Mazinski, too strong. Saints have it back. Mazinski can't get the roll.
To be fair, I thought that worked out better than I thought it initially would. It doesn't get the bucket to drop.
Pero Hunt, plenty of time. Kang, foul line. Shooting it from the Chemist Warehouse.
And Zach Rossetto is setting some great screens out there. He gets tied up with gold underneath the rim there, but a little bit of movement, but he is laying the smackdown, creating space for these shooters coming off those down screens. And the Saints going to bring in a couple of subs now, trying to find a way to penetrate this activated and intense Tauranga Whai defense on the night.
It certainly is. They've come in with some renewed defensive vigor here against the Saints team who can score points in bunches. Saw that against the Jets. Right now, they're in an arm wrestle as Ngatai. It's bumped by Rossetto.
Well, the Saints got to be thinking, finally, give us that whistle. We have been driving to the lane and not getting to the stripe with the activity to the same level that the Phi have been on the other end. And this could be just what the Saints need. Going to be their 4th and 5th attempts from the stripe today. 12 attempts for the Phi up to this point in the game. Jordan Ngatai, an excellent free throw shooter, hits the first.
Phi, if they can get the win here and move up to 8th spot. I hope Tuatara go down to the Saints. We'll drop them down below the Phi, so they'll move up to 7th. That game's Sunday. It's the nature of the Sal's NBL. Your points percentage can really affect the way your season goes and your rapid league results as well.
Ngatai loves that matchup. But somehow blows that layup. Gets it back.
And then makes amends. Matt Lacey, timeout.
Well, he is nipping every run in the bud. He is not letting the Saints find any momentum. And not that there's a lot of momentum there, but Ngatai just too strong. And you see Matt Lacey at the top of the screen there immediately saying, I need a timeout. Let's talk about this. Back to 9. Hasn't been a ton of highlights in this game, but there's going to be a ton of highlights on the highlight show. Tune in Tuesdays.
Make sure you join Casey and I again. We get the privilege of hosting the highlight show on Sky Sport Tuesdays. Comes at you. Plenty of action around the league for round 10 here in the Sal's NBL.
And the scoring picked up a little bit here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams finding a little bit more efficiency, slightly more pace. The Phi execution in the half court today, though, has just been exactly where they want it to be. They are working these possessions through, start to finish.
Looked after the ball, the Phi, just 4 turnovers. That's really helped because they're not great on the glass at the moment, just 3 offensive rebounds, and they're losing the rebound battle by 9.
I was actually wondering why Caswell Evans Jr. wasn't getting a little bit of a break as that backup point guard today, but looks like he might have hurt his thumb in the Rapid League. Has that thing heavily taped, played the entirety of that Rapid League game, but now avoiding all contact with it. That does hurt the depth in that guard position for Team Artie without Shea Illy.
Turnaround from Bazant. Rebound by Ngatai.
Oh, got to give the ball to Mazinski in the post. He's got Sean Murphy on him.
He was exasperated. It's almost he'd secured position rather too early.
Natai was looking to the wing to try and get a better angle. Probably could have just gone straight down with it, but Gold is expecting the same thing.
Off-white kept his pivot foot. Besto. Harvey King on the offensive glass.
He's just been in the right place at the right time so many times tonight. Not just doing it with skill, but doing it with hustle.
Got a foul on the way through for Liafa.
Is he going to be shooting on that one? Looked like he was in his gather. Let's see what the officiating crew says.
Foul on counter hook point, number 26.
So the foul's on Hopoi. Just can't seem to bite into this double-digit lead. The Saints, they get a bucket and the Fight come down and answer. 4-point play out of half time. Really kind of open this game up.
It's just you could just see that the Saints squad is just not quite sure what they want to run, where they want to get it. Missing that presence of Sheili, missing some of those easy buckets he creates defensively, stealing the basketball, starting transition, or finishing himself. That said, it's not going to take more than a couple of jumpers to fall to see this Saints team suddenly find some rhythm. Down 11 seems big right now, but that can go away quickly.
Tara Hunt. Excuse me, Bazant. Off the glass and in.
Kiss.
That's tough from Bazant.
Going to the left shoulder, but shooting with the right hand with that fadeaway. And Phi respond with exactly how Coach Matt Lacey wanted a timeout. So Coach Aaron Young's going to try it the other way around.
Bazant moves to 10 now. You spoke about more responsibility for Jaden Bazant, who's certainly up for it after they release Chris Jones, the import, the point guard. You can win free fuel. Score your Waitomo Mula now. Use that QR code. And find all the details.
In the last quarter,
Yeah, TCC's apply.
we're going to give away.
You can see Casey Evans Jr. there on the track top. The strapping on that right thumb. Just taking a hit there in rapid league.
Well, you hear him talking about the execution. It's not a collective right now. They aren't forcing the defense to bend together. It's almost like one nail being banged in by a hammer, but they haven't. What I haven't seen is a drive, the reversal of the ball, force that defense to rotate multiple times. Just really dependent on that first action and overpowering your own defender. And with a 13-point lead, as solidly as the Five have been playing, that's not going to get it done. Saints are going to have to find ways to force this defense to bend to a greater degree.
Saints ball down 13. Liafa. Marshall in the corner. Slapped away. Great hands from Bazant. Now Bairstow. Pero Hunt for three. Ryan Harris with a rebound.
This is when the Saints have to go quickly. Brad Muzinski in that post. He doesn't get a touch again. I'd like to see them be a bit more aggressive on the rim in those transition and semi-transition opportunities.
It's come off Marshall here, so it's going to be 5-ball.
And Marshall trying to say it went off Murphy, but it definitely went off his body on that tip back. The body of Marshall, that is. Nice call by the officiating crew.
Nice play. Getting the roll. Bairstow.
Does it all. To show the little gypsy do for two on the reverse with the left.
Muzinski down low.
They're really trying to force their will in there, but there's not a lot of space. This this Phi team right now not respecting the Saints perimeter game at all, packing the paint. and forcing them to attack with multiple drives.
That three's off. Hiram Harris with a defensive rebound. Liafa deep three, air ball.
And you can feel the frustration on Isaiah Liafa. It is just one of those days.
Certainly is for Isaiah Liafa. He just hasn't been able to get it going so far in this game. He's now 1 for 10.
And that's going to be a foul on Marshall there.
Fourth team foul in this third quarter. It's 1:45 to go.
As well as the Five played, though. This lead not insurmountable. We need to keep up that level of defensive intensity, keep forcing those turnovers, and stay with that patience, using that 24-second shot clock.
Saints just shooting 35% in this game. 43 for the Phi. Harvey King, he's been so good. He's been so aggressive. He moves to 22.
Yeah, he is coming off that handoff, looking to score. He is putting the ball in the hoop when he can.
Great defense from Hopwood, as Hiram Harris was a little strong on the finish.
Transition again.
Murphy just rushed it a little bit as the Saints defense came hurtling down the hill. And out for Tero Hunt.
This transition defense of the Phi has been excellent, though. They are sniffing out opportunities early. Will they go to this post mismatch again, finally? Oh, how is that not a foul?
No, that's defense.
He's shooting the basketball. He's getting hit on the arm.
There was no whistle. Bairstow has it slapped away.
Bairstow complaining about it with a contact on the other end.
It's a 15-point lead, Casey.
It feels like it.
The Saints have 46 in three quarters.
This is not the way it was supposed to go.
They averaged 96.
This is crazy.
It really is.
This offense has just disappeared.
Oh, nice block. Mazinski with another one. Is that 4?
That's 4.
3 to shoot. Great defense from the Saints. Well, that sparks something. Looking to go as Liafa.
Just look how easily they sniff it out in the half court. They are just on a string defensively, the Phi. I just love what they're doing in transition to D today. Not attacking the defensive offensive glass. They're giving that up to get these stops.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hiram Harris. And that'll do us for the third quarter.
Well, there's a little bit of discrepancy there. Nobody knew it.
There was 2 types of Hooters, but it doesn't matter. 3 quarters are done, and the Saints are in a hole. The Phi are doing such a good job. Can they hold on to this lead with 10 minutes to go?
What a game we have. Welcome.
What up, chat?
TikTok chat. Welcome back for the final time tonight.
Get your questions in quick if you want to get them before the quarter time break. DJ Kava, Andrew is not a program manager for The Rock. That was my humor, sorry. But awesome to hear that you're going to be on Rova soon. What's my next haircut I'm thinking of? I think of getting a mullet all the time, and then my wife thinks about divorcing me. So I'm not going to be able to get that one. But I am getting a lot of stick from the kids that they want me to have a shorter hair. My 4-year-old son told me I look like a girl.
Nothing wrong with that.
I do think I've got a feminine features.
You do have a feminine side to you. Most men do, Casey, no matter how much they say they don't.
Well, it's been not as entertaining an offensive display as you might expect, but I love the defense. It has been fun to watch this defensive effort of the Phi squad today.
I've really been impressed by how the Phi have controlled this game. they've just really stifled the Saints in their offensive flow. But TikTok, we bid you adieu. Paul Mario.
Later, homies.
What is it?
61-46, the Whai in control at Mercury Bay Park, Tauranga.
All right, Tauranga, one more time.
And they are stifling the Saints here through 3 quarters. An offense that averages 96 is held to 46 after 3 quarters. And the official stats partner of the Sales NBL is the Chemist Warehouse. Let's see what the Saints can conjure up here. And can the Whai hold on? One constant feature is their defense, and there's nothing more constant than getting fast fiber from Sky Broadband. $50 a month for the first 12 months.
That sounds like a constant I could use in my life.
Underway, 4th quarter. Google meter.
Do the Saints have a run? And where does it come from?
Mazinski, will he spark it?
Big Moose tumbling down the lane with the left, which he is very comfortable using. Exactly what they need, a little offense. Somebody other than Hiram Harris putting the ball on the floor and creating.
Hopway corner ball. Mazinski with another board.
Man, he's been rebounding well out of his cylinder. Those long arms, getting pushed from behind, but he's been that reach has enabled him to grab quite a few.
That's 15 for him. 14 rather. Google meter. Hiram Harris up high. Marshall turns the corner off the glass, banks it in.
Oh, high degree of difficulty.
So high degree.
I mean,
Such a high degree.
Going to the side, fading away, off balance with the soft touch. Stays on display for the finish.
Saints hunting stops. Whai needing buckets to keep this at arm's length. Saints just hustling too hard, and it's going to be the Whai ball. 14 on the shot clock. Isaiah Liafa back in the game. Gets a good rest. Dougal Meter gave them good minutes there. Just over 1 minute, to be honest.
Good minute. Good minute is just as important as good minutes. Oh, watch out! Oh, got a little body there. Carter Hopeway still gets the finish. Thought he was going to put it on highlight. Just gets the workman-like bucket as Bairstow hacks Liafa in transition. Not a lot of effort at the ball there.
13 is the lead.
And we see the lob. Nice catch. Harris can't get there in time. Hopeway hits the deck, but none the worse for wear.
Liafa.
Hit one!
Nice closeout from Hopeway, but it doesn't matter. Isaiah Liafa finally gets a 3 to 4.
And all it takes is one, baby.
He's 2 of 11, but you don't want him getting hot on the 4th. Lead is 10. Bairstow. Great rebound from Rossetto, knocked out of his hands
That was
by
kicked, yeah.
Mazinski, and it comes off his leg, and it will be Saints ball.
Timely finish there by Mazinski. Is he scratch in the face there, but just a really nice defensive positioning there. Rossetto did an excellent job of squeezing him out of the way, but he's able to come back in to get that stop.
Defense! 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 Defense!
Liafa feeling it, heat check, knocking down another one.
Back to back. That's a shooter for you. When you're off, shooting till you're on. When you're off, on, just keep on shooting.
No lead is safe. It's like a Knicks Pacers game.
Can't get a streak without hitting the first one, then might as well keep it going. Let's take another look at it. The first, the second, 6 straight points. And Isaiah Liafa says, we're back in this ball game, baby. Turn off the television at your leisure. Peril is the word I was looking for. Once a leisure, but this one's coming back. 7 points the difference now. And we'll take a look at the MVP voting for the first time tonight. Mo King getting a lot of that love, and with good reason, but there's a bit of water to go underneath this bridge still. I have a feeling this next 7 minutes and 47 seconds is going to tell us who the MVP of this ball game is.
Liafa, 8 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. Shooting percentage isn't flash, but he's just banged down 2 threes in a row.
And you love to see the assists up when a guy's not shooting well, affecting the game in another way. Sure, I'm not doing it exactly how I want to. I'd much rather be shooting the ball well, but there's other things to play well. If you go 0 for 10 from a shot, and all you're talking about is that shooting, well, you're focused on, in terms of game time, about a minute total of basketball. There are so many other things you can do on the court other than score.
Hiram Harris is 10, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Just another Hiram Harris game as Mojave King has been the offense for the Phi, and he moves to 24.
Getting some lovely rolls, aggression. Every time he gets that ball in his hands, he has got that rim in his eyes.
Just a great play out of that timeout. Just get him to the cup. Mazinski gets the roll. He's got 18, 14 boards, and 5 of them on the
look at that steal.
glass. And they get it back. Marshall thought about it. He'll pull the
Keep
trigger.
it going, is he?
Yes, that's another one. Liafa, 3 threes in a row.
I love the action on the play before that between him and Mazinski, and then Harris gets that second baseline steal the Saints have gotten today. And just like that, we got ourselves a ball game.
Lead is cut to 4. Where's the poise for the Phi? Rossetto.
Oh, everybody's getting a little tight now for the Phi.
And a foul on Mazinski. Bailed out of the Phi.
Incredulous bench for the Saints. Nick Mazinski is walking away. How many fouls in that is that on Mazinski now?
That's 3.
Don't know if we have a second look at that one.
But he looked like he was in his landing spot.
Let's take
just
another
too
look
close
at
for
it.
comfort.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. I think that's Cruz Piero Hunt kicking the foot out.
I just don't think it's exaggerated enough for it to be. I think Mazinski's right there in his cylinder.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think he closed the space, but hey, disagreement is the spice of life. Moles, that's why we got married so long ago.
That's true, man. That's a good point.
Work marriage.
Yeah, work marriage.
Still going strong.
67-61. Piero Hunt at the line.
Pushes it out by 7 again.
Makes the third. Mazinski. Good defense. Besto.
The Phi, much tighter. Not everybody looking at the rim to the same level.
Liafa. Pull up for 3, heat check.
That was surprising. That is a shooter's mentality, though. You can miss 1,000 straight. You hit a couple, you are feeling it. And he's feeling it. 3 in the quarter. He just put it together late. But now they need to string some stops. They can't let this lead get back to 10.
King stepping back. Oh, that's pretty from Harvey King.
Well, a full display of offense for him today. We've seen him attack, we've seen the step backs, we've seen the 3-point shot, transition. Just a lovely display of skill.
Marshall, corner ball.
Surprising that when he misses a shot that wide open. And now the Phi responding out of the timeout.
Besto might have got away with a push there. Mojave King gets away with a rebound, and no one can put the ball in the hoop down that end. Piero Hunt picks up the foul.
Well, that's a really nice foul. A professional foul, because if you do that the wrong way, that can look a bit intentional because he's just trying to take away that fast break opportunity. Saints are looking tired and focusing on the officials a little bit now as well.
Hiram Harris handing it off to Marshall.
Let's go. Defense. Defense.
They're wary of Liafa. Finds Hiram Harris with an outrageous over-the-head pass. Hiram Harris has doubled. Mazinski, 18-footer. Hiram Harris doing Hiram Harris things.
Well, he called a player timeout.
All hustle and hard, and he's called it with 5:01 to go, but that saves the possession. It resets the shot clock to 14, even though it had gone down to 11. But that might come back to bite them down the stretch.
Yeah, it's a bold call. Uses the player timeout here, giving you a chance to get a ticket to the big game. Scan that QR code to get the opportunity, but it also does take away that chance at the end of the game. Look at this fight for the basketball. Gets away from it, puts it down. I actually thought I saw somebody kick the ball at the end. Just couldn't see who it was at the end of that little activity. 14 on the shot clock. If the Saints get a bucket here, that timeout might be worth it. But we won't know until we see if they need that in their pocket down the stretch.
Marshall with it. Ngatai. Liafa. Bang goes Isaiah Liafa.
Touch them all, Zay. 4 triples in the quarter. He is heating up. It's getting steamy in Tauranga.
You knew it was coming with Isaiah Liafa, and Ngatai picks up a cheap one. Just got caught out there. That's the second team foul, and it's going to be Jordan Ngatai's third.
Sean Murphy's been successful with that action a couple of times. Nice little play there. Bairstow just loses sight of Liafa, and if there's one player you don't want to lose sight of right now, it's that man.
Back to live action, Mojave King working with Rossetto. Oh, in and out. Who wants the ball? It's bouncing around, as a basketball is prone to do. And it's going to be with the Phi.
Those loose balls, they have to come up for the Saints now. When they don't get the loose ball, it just goes back to the shot clock, and the Phi, they have shown this evening they know how to stretch it out. The clock is their friend. 4:31 left in this ball game. And if they stretch it out long enough, we're talking about 12 possessions in total. Gotta clean up that bit of moisture on the floor.
Can they shut him down? Mazinski, another rebound. Big board, 15 for him on the night.
Where do they go on this possession? Mazinski in the post. Go to Isaiah Liafa for 3 again.
Go to Isaiah Liafa. Slapped out of bounds by Murphy.
Liafa saying he had a little bit of contact on that shot. Not getting the benefit of that doubt.
.401 to go in the fourth. Saints looking to make a run here. What a look to Hiram Harris.
Oh, how did that not drop? Bairstow essentially fouls with his back, just caught out of position. Lovely dime. Liafa has been doing it with the assist all night. That would have been number 9. Great catch. Bairstow just in the wrong place as that shot's going up. Harris now gonna have to do it from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And these points even more important than normal. The Chemist Warehouse has teamed up with Basketball New Zealand, the Hoops in Schools program. Every time a team hits 225 free throws, a hoop is going up somewhere near you. Guess what? Hawks hit 225 free throws last night.
Not in one game.
Well, on the season.
Congratulations to the Hawke's Bay Hawks.
And congratulations to someone who's getting a hoop. Can't wait to see where that one's going up.
Harris makes the second.
It's a 5-point game.
Saints looking for a stop. Phi just needs some offense.
And where do they go? They're very tentative right now. And Zach Rossetto says, I'll take the shot.
Foul in the big 3.
Nice, good from Rossetto. Just using that wide frame of his
That's the 4th foul on Muzinski there. That may come into play. I like that. Go to the post. Let Rossetto attack. Well, Muzinski's not going to be able to defend that rim to the same level he normally does.
King. Still time on the shot clock to 6. Bazant off the glass and in, twisting and turning and banking it down.
How did he find the angle? And just off platform completely, but straightens it out enough to get that kiss off the glass.
Defense! Defense!
Natai using that strength. Jordan Natai.
Oh, that's strong. That is exactly what that was.
Got that chicken wing out, turned, sealed him off and finished.
Just willpower. Great defense by Bairstow. Just he closed that space a little bit and enables Natai to sort of get a little angle on him to reach around that contact and the end one opportunity coming in here. Huge possession in this ball game. Nothing but nylon.
5. Down to 4. Coming up on 3 to go.
I like this press. Forces the Phi to not get their offense started until 14-13 on the clock. They've been a little bit rushed these last few possessions. Will it work again?
Bazant.
4 on the clock.
Natai strips it. Marshall has it. Phi get back. You've got to stay on Nick Marshall. Natai. Muzinski, another rebound.
Wouldn't mind seeing Muzinski put some work into the post on that rebound.
There he is, there in the paint. Going under.
Beautiful.
And that is just great footwork from the big. He's got 16 rebounds and 18 points. He's going to head to the line to shoot 2.
We're just putting together a day. It's been so solid at every step of the ball game, at every stage. He's been so good on the glass in particular, defending the rim, and that time on that catch. Just great patience in the low post. Multiple moves, multiple counters. Ends up getting hacked, and now he's at the stripe with a chance to make this a one-possession ball game.
Where is the offense going to come from if it's not Mojave King for the 5?
Well, Jaden Bazant, I'd like to see him get a little bit more aggressive, but he's on the bench now. He's been the only one who's really been getting something done. So now who do you go? It's King. It's going to be Cruz, Perro, Hunt. But I'd like to see one of those guys with the ball in hand back here at the press. They've been breaking the press with Sean Bairstow, and that has really taken away their ability to get anything quick in transition.
Back to a 2-point game.
Big free throws by Muzinski there. Clutch.
Moves to 20. Rossetto. Perro Hunt.
Oh, wide open.
Knocking it down is Bairstow.
Well, great penetration by Cruz Perro Hunt. We've got a timeout to the Saints. We want to talk about how to get back into it, but penetration creates all that, forces the defense to shift, a nice extra pass. And Bairstow nails the jumper after the nice ball movement, the extra pass from Murphy there.
Saints have a foul to give. Phi bonus situation. Mojave King is your game MVP by a long way at the moment with 122 seconds to go.
Nobody started voting for Liafa?
Nah.
Not yet, eh? No, I think the most surprising thing is looking at this game is that Nick Marshall's got 20. I did not think he had that much effect on the scoring. He's been doing it in pieces the entirety of the way, but been quiet down the stretch as Liafa has heated up. 5 points down. Do the Saints go for a 3? Do they go back to the basket? We've had a few N1 opportunities here in the fourth quarter, but they've had that form from deep and rediscovered by Isaiah Liafa here in the fourth quarter as well. they desperately need a win to keep pace with the Canterbury Rams at the top of the table, who've been marching through the competition.
Brzezinski with 20. Liafa 14. Knocking down 4 threes.
Harris trying to let it bounce for a bit.
Hiram Harris. Under 2 to go. 75-70. Liafa. Tipped away. They're right up on Liafa, aren't they?
Well, they better be now.
Yeah.
He's got 4 triples in the quarter. Normally it doesn't take 4 to get there.
Defense!
Brzezinski. Oh, he's feeling it. Left-hand push shot is good.
Man, he's been good today.
It's been on all night for Nick Brzezinski.
He's just always in that dunker spot on the dots or in the baseline, making himself available. Up to 20 now. He has been a supreme weapon for this Saints squad. That looked like a travel.
American from Columbus, Ohio. Mojave King. Oh, that's a big hit.
Big answers down the stretch by the 5. The offense looked to be a little bit tentative but aggressive the last 2 possessions between Bairstow and King.
Liafa behind him, Brzezinski on ball. He answers with a 3 his own.
Still got it. Still got it. Do the Saints. 1 possession ball game, but they need to get a stop here.
Bairstow. Mojave King. Marshall with his hands full.
They want King to finish the possession. What's he want to do with it?
He's going to drop it off to Rossetto.
No call.
Brzezinski has it. Under a minute to go. Here comes Liafa, down 3. He's going for 3. Too strong.
He's been so good here in the 4th quarter, but I would have liked to see a little bit more patience on that possession. Maybe get something attacking the rim, force that defense to adjust. Now they're on their last life. Have to have a stop here to get a chance to get into it.
And they don't have a BNZ player timeout as well. 5 going to work the clock. Down to 4. King. Can he ice it? Kick out to Murphy. Bang! Murphy hits the big 3.
Sean Murphy has been huge tonight. Do the Saints have one more answer in them?
No, they don't. And that'll do it. The Saints foul. And they've got a foul to give. 8.3 to go.
You see the
Sean
smile.
Murphy, what a hit from him.
Teammates are pumped and fresh to the team and freshly contributing. 3 players on the court right now that were added in the last 2 weeks. And it's the result is going to be a win. There it is. Zing the strings with the shot clock running down. Delivery by King, finish by Murphy. The Saints are going to have to try and get another foul in here and hope for some type of a miracle.
It's the Fire to call their BNZ player timeout.
A little surprised they used that there. Probably could have inbounded that and just let it down. The whole point of this one is just that the ball in the hands of the free throw shooters. Well, nice game. What a 4th quarter by the Saints. The offense finally showed up. The jump shots got returned by baggage claim. Must have been misplaced on the flight. 20 points in the quarter overall. Made a game of it after being down, I think it was as much as 15.
Sean Murphy from NCAA Division II. That's a big 3. There's a turnover. Marshall needs to get it up quick. Puts up the 3. Knocks it down at the buzzer. No, there's 1.2 to go.
Timeout called by the 5 on the make.
Wow.
Good timeout by Matt Lacey, because what he knows is if you take it into the front court, it's going to be almost impossible to get a turnover in the 3. That backcourt, we've seen the Saints get a couple of steals right there on that baseline. Take another look at that. That's a tough shot. Draped over him are KPH and Bazan.
What a game from the 5. 81-78.
Now make sure you're back for our next day out. It's going to be a
They have been resilient. They've had the Saints just absolutely chasing them down with 32 in this fourth quarter.
And the Phi had lost 5 in a row coming into this game, and not on all the easiest fashion. I mean, they had that heartbreaking loss against the Hawks, and where a foot was on the line, but it was called a 4-point play. Big change in that one. Lost by 5 at Taranaki. Just lost by 6 to the Southland Sharks on their home court. Their last win, last time they tasted victory was at Nelson, where they won 85-81, right before the Giants really turned the corner. This is one they needed. They revamped the lineup, they made the change, they made a bold move, and it has resulted, or it looks like at this point resulted in them getting the win, or do the Saints have a miracle in their hands still?
Well, they've got the Bulls next weekend, and that'll do it.
Foul called.
Yeah, got a foul on the baseline there from Hiram Harris.
Going to be about 0.8 left.
Quick foul.
As, the officiating crew tells the fans, stop clacking. Game's not over. We got free throws.
Pero Hunt will go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm going to guess about 0.7 of a seconds ran off there, so not going to be a lot of time left. 0.3, 0.4. At 0.2 now. How long can we stretch this last 0.2 seconds out to, most?
We've had longer.
0.6. There we go. Well, a couple of misses. You never know. But no player timeout. And that's the game. Ice water in the fourth quarter for the Phi.
Pero Hunt. 14 points for him, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. Mojave King, great game. 29.
Misses on purpose.
And that is it. It is all over. The Saints go down to the Phi. They stop their 5-game slide. And they come out big winners, 82-78. A statement win over the number 2 team in the league, the Saints, who head to Auckland and play the Tuatara on Sunday afternoon in Tamaki Makaurau. With the Tauranga Whai with an excellent performance throughout the game, withstood a furious fight back from the Saints that ultimately fell short. 32 in the quarter, powered by Isaiah Leafa's big shooting threes. Just not enough offense throughout the bulk of the game. Mojave King is your game MVP.
A bunch of big performances in this one today. Mojave Kings, the best scorer for the Phi, getting it done with 29 points, backed up well by Cruz Pero Hunt and Jaden Bazant, 14 and 12 respectively. How about Mazinski with a 22-piece Leafa? Just a rain of triples in the fourth quarter. Nick Marshall with 15, Hiram Harris, Jordan Atai rounding out the score. 18 rebounds for Mazinski. What a night. 40 overall stats between points and rebounds. Murphy off the bench with 9 rebounds is looking like he's going to have something to add down the stretch for this Phi squad. Leafa, 9 assists, leading everyone. Harris with 4 for the Saints. Cruz Pero Hunt, top of the block for the Phi. 5 blocks from Mazinski. What a night again for him. Carter Hopoy got some youth in those legs for his 3. Finishing on the steals. A brace of doubles for the Saints, and nothing but singles for that Tauranga Whai squad, who wrap up the victory 82-78 in a hard-fought, occasionally sloggy game.
What a debut game for the Phi for Mojave King. Here's how it looks coming up for the rest of round 10. Giants, big home game against the Rams. Can they continue their winning ways, the Giants, and make a late push? The Nuggets, anchored at the bottom of the Sales NBL ladder, they host the Hawks, a big game for the Hawks. The Jets host the Bulls, who've dropped 2 in a row. The Jets coming off a big loss to the Saints. They'll be welcoming back the Bulls into their arena. And the Tuatara and the Saints go at it, the final game of the round on the Sunday, May 25th. On behalf of Casey Frank and the Sky Sport team, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Pomare.
And if